Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Collision and Rampage live reaction. Tonight, Collision and Rampage are together. A joint show kind of last week, but with Battle of the Belts. Uh, yeah, we're here for Battle. No, we're here for Collision first, and then Rampage will start after the Collision. The card's decent tonight, not the best, not the worst. I think it could be better for a go home show. Uh, yeah, it is what it is. Normally, Collision. Well, here lately, Collision has been treated like it's basically the new Rampage show. I hate to say, it doesn't really have anything exclusive to the show anymore. It's just really just matches now. Collision has turned into a Rampage show now, where you just get matches that really a certain internet fan base wants, and that's it, really. But yeah, we got Edge on the night. Edge hasn't been on Collision in a long time. It feels like, or maybe since that episode with Matt Cardona, that was the last time he was on. This match is it's pretty predictable that we got the first match. It's Edge, Kingston, and Briscoe versus Top Flight and Action Andretti. I can already tell you who's going to win that. Like, you guys already know who's going to win that too. That's not even yeah, you already know who's going to win this. Like, there's nothing, ain't no way the Top Flight or these guys are going to win. But you know, it is what it is. What else do we got tonight? On Collision, we have Layla Hirsch and I know Layla Hirsch is going to someone tonight. I know on Rampage, we got a pretty good show. Rob Van Dam is wrestling tonight in a Fatal 4 match. It's an elimination match, but uh, the winner just gets a win, really. It doesn't really have, you know, like if whoever wins gets something. Like they did this before one time, and Daniel Garcia won on Rampage. But this time it's RVD, Isaiah Cassidy, Commander, and who else was it? There's someone else in the match. Maybe Matt Lee from 2.0, maybe. I think we'll get to see tonight that if anyone does not know, Ruby Soho is pregnant. So that kind of eliminates that whole story now. I don't know what I can do with that. But they need to get 2.0 back as a tag team. It's like they split them up really they split them up for no reason really. There was no context of why they weren't teaming together or anything. They just stopped. AEW's tag team was kind of the tournament really did help. The tag team tournament to crown new champions, it helped. But they need to figure out what they're going to do after that. Because if we're just going to see Young Bucks as tag champions and just, there's not really any tag title fences, there's not really anything going. If we're just going to do that, then there's no sense of, the tag team division will still be lackluster. AEW is still really stacked tag team division, and they still do have good tag teams. It's just the booking of the whole thing. I remember when Lucha Bros, Proud and Powerful, Young Bucks, Private Party, Dark Order, TH2. They had a bunch of teams back then, and they had consistently good tag matches every week. Even after the SCU, even after the tournament, the Crown Champions, they still had really good tag matches. I hope they get back to that. Because they got the team, but it's not that they don't have the talent. Yeah. Looks like I'll be the only one on the night. Everyone else is kind of flaky, I hate to say. But yeah, hopefully you guys are watching Collision Rampage. AZ, thanks for watching, Johnny. Definitely appreciate it. Right about that. Superman fired in Collision. Basically, it did. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's true. But even without CM Punk, they can keep the same style. They have a lot of big names. There's no reason why they can't keep Collision the way it was. Because they just signed like since CM Punk left, they've signed Edge, Mercedes, Osprey, Okada. I mean, golly, they sound like that's four big names right there. Okada not so big names international he is, but still, they like I've been saying it for a while. The three main names for Collision, three big names: Edge, Christian, Danielson. Danielson is going to be not full time at the end of this year, but all this time Punk hasn't been there, but they could have taken that place. Uh, yeah, CM Punk not being there kind of hurt Collision, but if they would just have kept the same aspect of the show and just replaced Punk with Edge, it would have worked. I liked how Collision and Raw, Collision and Raw, yeah, basically this comment, Collision and Dynamite Collision could have been Raw and SmackDown. That's the way it did feel when they had that soft brand split. On Dynamite, you saw guys like the Young Buck, well, the Elite, Blackpool Combat Club, Moxley, uh, you know, who else? I'm forgetting the one. Kota Bushi, Pat, Lucha Bros. And then on Collision, you'd get CM Punk, FTR, House of Black, Miro, Andrade, Ricky Starks, Bullet Club Gold. So you knew, like more people got used that way. Like Ricky Starks was basically the heel of Collision because of that brand split. Uh, they've signed a lot of people, and that could really benefit Collision. But yeah. Speaking of Collision, I've been meaning to talk about this, but I haven't really had the chance to because we've been doing other things. But AEW TV deal is coming up pretty soon this year. Dave Meltzer, I don't trust anything he says, but he states that AEW's TV deal expires December 31st, 20. This year, December 31st. I think it expires in October, but it's expiring this year at some point. So Clemson are going to have to get a new TV deal signed. Brennan Thurston, if anyone knows who that is, he runs WrestleNomics. He reports TV ratings for all wrestling events. He is a very good statistic guy. He knows what he's talking about. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, he pretty much knows what he's talking about. He goes into detail of what he's talking about. Spreadsheets. He's a really good stats person. He's had to have gotten some majors from college or something. But I've seen a post. He said that they're looking for a big renewal, and the possibility could be to have Dynamite as a 3-hour show. I wanted to see what you guys thought about this. Dynamite being a 3-hour show, doing away with basically Dynamite and Collision would only be the two shows, and Rampage would be canceled. So they would still have the 5 hours of weekly TV, Dynamite and Collision, and Axe Rampage. And what they were talking about, or him and someone else was talking about, was Collision being moved to a different network, not associated with WB Discovery. So Collision possibly being on Fox Sports 1 or Sci-Fi or something, and Collision could get off Saturdays. You get on a better time slot. My only thing with that would be, that 5 hours TV is perfect. I would just hope that Collision would still be live. I would hope it would still be live because I don't want them to do. I'd be stupid if they did 3 hours of Dynamite live and then take Collision right after. That's 5 hours of TV just for a live crowd. And it's hard to keep a crowd hot for 5 hours straight during a weekday. For pay-per-views, yeah. For a weekly show, like on a weekday when people have to go to work the next day, not a lot of people is going to stay for the entire thing. So it'd be really hard to get people to stay hot throughout the crowd. So I feel like if they did that, it would probably be the best. Because if Collision got moved to a different network, then it would be things would be a little bit different because some networks don't want the same wrestlers on another show. They don't want that. Like that's the way WWE stuff used to be. Um, like on in the Ruthless Aggression era, Fox would only want certain guys on SmackDown. Like they don't want them on Raw. They want them exclusively on SmackDown, and vice versa with USA Network. That could benefit AEW if the network wanted specific wrestlers on Collision and certain wrestlers on Dynamite. So then you get a variety of people being used. But what do you guys think about that? A 3 hour Dynamite and continuing Collision on a different network. I would just hope if Collision's still going to be live weekly and separate from Dynamite, then I'm all for it. But if you're just going to take uh, Cousins Rope, thanks for watching. James O'Connell had Collision is better this week, and Rampage is better than that. Will they give women an hour longer? See, that's the thing. If they have 3 hours of Dynamite, women should absolutely get more than one match per show. Like that's more than enough time to give more matches to women. And don't forget that also yeah, that's that they still do that. So that'd be crazy. Before a show starts, Ring of Honor, 3 hours of Dynamite, and then after that, taping 2 hours of Collision. There's no way you're going to keep a crowd hot for that. So I would be all for that as long as Collision would still be live. I don't know what day they move Collision because I think that's the goal is to get Collision off Saturdays and put it on a weekday. I mean, sometimes it's fair getting people to come to a Saturday show. You would think it would because a lot of people are off work. They don't have to get to work the next day on a Saturday. More people are off. You would think it'd be better to get people on there, but I guess TV wise, it's hard to get people to watch on a Saturday night if it's not a pay per view because um, people are out doing stuff on the weekends and stuff. Basically, like a Friday night. I'll say this quickly. That'd be perfect, honestly. I like TNA, but no offense to TNA, but they aren't really a competition to AEW in any capacity. So if they had a live Dynamite every Wednesday and a live Collision every Thursday, that'd be perfect. Either way it goes, Collision still needs to be live. If I'd be all for that. A live Dynamite, live Collision, Axe Rampage, and you still have 5 hours of weekly TV, 3 hours Dynamite, 2 hours of Collision. Yeah, and also I heard in that thing that he was talking about that they, part of this new deal is going to be a streaming deal. So AEW getting on Max, previously was HBO Max. That's would be basically how WWE is to Peacock is how Max would be to AEW. I don't know how pay-per-views work. Max does have their own little live thing, so it's possible they could do pay-per-views in that. But I was checking on my YouTube TV and I get Fox Sports 1. So if they move Collision to Fox Sports 1, I would get that. But I think that's the goal. It really depends on what the NBA does, to be honest. Because lots of times it's hard for Collision to move to a different night with WB because of NBA and MLB and most sports. So if they could get Collision off into another TV network, if they can get a better time slot, that'd be perfect. Well, that was a good spear. Yeah, they're fixing to win this match. That was a good spear by Edge. One, two. That was a good finish to that. You got the spear, got Eddie Kingston's finisher, and Mark Briscoe did the flying elbow, and Eddie Kingston gets the pin. Or Pro Collision Tuesday. Let's see. Yeah, even that. Tuesday, Thursday, Monday is not a good night. There's no way of getting an audience, getting people at the show. That'd be horrible. Like AEW is the alternative to WWE, but going against Monday Night Raw is not a good option. Or SmackDown on Fridays. Tuesday or Thursdays would be good. Either one of those days would be good. But yeah, I'm curious to see what network they would want to move to because that'd be a lot of money. They're looking for a big renewal. If they get 3 hours on WWE Discovery just for Dynamite, that's a lot of money. Streaming deal, possibly a new video game produced by WB Games, and then moving Collision to a different network like Sci-Fi or Fox Sports One. But yeah, I'm curious to see where all that goes. It's going to be very interesting. I would get House of Black video package.
Congratulations.
Or is it a video package? You never know where they're at. Sometimes the lights go out, and just when they come up, they're in the ring.
I want you to thank each other. Because in 24 hours, we, the house, eradicate all your dreams and dynasty.
We don't really hear Buddy Matthews talk much in these things.
And we will dig.
So normally just Malachi
Adam.
or Julia Hart.
We'll dig so deep until we reach your darkest fears. It will be so deep that you will wonder if you're close to hell. In an odd way, it will feel familiar because, let's face it, people like you and me, hell is where the heart is. Some ominous warnings from the House of Black, and you can see the face.
That's going to be a good match tomorrow night. House of Black versus Kingston, Edge, and Briscoe. Once they get some Netflix for the one show, then maybe they can talk about Night Challenge. Yeah, WWE, Monday Night Raw. January of 2025, they're supposed to be going to Netflix. As of right now, Raw is still scheduled for Mondays. As of right now, I haven't heard anything different. But AEW would have to make a decision before then, because their deal expires in December. Like normally, they like to get that done in October, because that's when they announce like a lot of new shows coming to networks. That's when AEW got announced, I believe. Like a upfronts, where advertisers market shows and stuff like that. That's normally the time they like to do it. Like they like to do it at a certain time of the year, so they won't renew them in October. I think they renew AEW way before. Okay. According to Dave Meltzer, it expires in December. I think they would do it, if that's true, they would do it way before December because they like to announce that stuff way in advance. Because, the new fall shows, extending TV shows, stuff like that. They have to get all that stuff out of the way. So I think AEW gets renewed this fall. I don't think they get renewed in the winter. So, yeah, I think Dynamite's going to be staying on Wednesdays. They'll probably stay on TBS. But Collision will be moved to. Isaac, thanks for watching. Podcast Brawl should be involved in a story and not part of a limit. Yeah, I agree. Really, I guess it kind of relates to Danielson and Ospreay, but not really. We've seen this exact same match last week. The only difference is Hobbs is not in it and the Cash is in it. And it's a Bunkhouse Brawl match. It's not a regular tag match. Last week should have been a tornado tag because they were outside the ring more than they were inside the ring, so it should have just been a tornado tag. But yeah, really the only connection to Danielson and Ospreay is Don Callis' family and Danielson. It's connected to Ospreay. Nothing besides that. It's just really just a match for the crowd, I guess. Speaking of Hobbs, we got Hobbs right now, and I don't know who he's going against, but he's going to be really good. It doesn't like Warner Brothers are going to make a bid for NBA, so maybe Ada would get a big boost in money. Yeah, I heard about that. I imagine that they're going to try to keep the NBA because NBA has been with TNT for years. It's been for a long, long time, decades. I wonder what that would happen. Maybe they still have Collision on WWE Discovery if NBA leaves. See, normally they like to get all that stuff done in October. Like that's what they do with like the NBA and stuff like that. So before October, we'll know uh, what's going to happen with all that stuff. Normally that's the way they do. They like to get all that. Like that's how they announced Collision at an upfront thing. Like when they were advertising for new shows, new, even like WB movies, and it's just a big thing they do every year. But yeah, if the NBA is leaving TNT, that could mean a lot for AEW long term. That could open up a new day for TNT or TBS or one of them. Uh, I don't know how many homes. I'm gonna look that up. Um, um, Fox Sports 1. As of June 2022, the channel's reach has been reduced to 72.4 million homes. Homes get TNT. Yeah, TNT gets way more. We get 78 million. Yeah, if they lose the NBA, that could mean a lot for AEW long term. If Dynamite gets 3 hours, I'll look for them to cancel Rampage. That extra hour will just be added on to Dynamite and keep Collision. 2 shows is good enough, really. I want to see Kairos. That'll be a good match. That would be really what kind of matches. Yeah, it's a tune-up match for Hobbs, I guess. Bunkhouse match, yeah. The last bunkhouse match we saw in AEW, I believe, was Butcher and Blade versus Dustin Rhodes and TT Marshall. It's actually a really good match in the pandemic era. Definitely need to do something for their pay-per-view streaming in Japan. Yeah, I agree. At $50 a month, like December, World's End, January, February, they didn't have a pay. January and February they didn't have a pay-per-view, but March they do. Revolution. What was it? April? This is April. Yeah, Dynasty. I'm thinking. Yeah, like pretty much at the start of March, they have pay-per-views every month. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, because they've added a few pay-per-views. Yeah, so hopefully, if they get that streaming deal on Max, like basically what how Peacock gives with WWE. WWE, like the entire AEW catalog would be on there, and pay-per-views would be on there, and no extra charge. Like it'd be included in your subscription. Japanese culture, we honor those commitments. So you see, I waited 6 years to cash in that chit. It looks like Don Callis is looking at a script. Just by his eye contact. And I'm happy to announce that the match on Dynamite between Hobbs and Moxley will now be for the IWGP Championship. Mox and Hobbs is matching Dynamite a little bit some more stakes to it. It's for a title. I don't even want to see 3 hours of Dynamite. The rest of Raw is unwatchable. Yeah, I've started to watch WWE a lot more since CM Punk's went to WWE. We actually react to that stuff on our another channel, a sister channel called the Wide World of Wrestling Podcast. If anyone's interested in that, I definitely recommend subscribing to that. We do Raw, SmackDown reactions. Sometimes we do WWE pay-per-view live reactions. But sometimes it just depends. Like the Raw in Chicago before WrestleMania was really, really good. All 3 hours. You had Punk and Rollins and McIntyre, and you had The Rock and Cody, and you had a lot of good matches, and there's a lot of things. It just depends on what night it is, or what kind of episode it is. This last Monday was pretty good. The Raw after Mania was pretty good. I mean, I used to not sit through 3 hours of Raw. I used to not watch Raw, period. But once CM Punk went back, I watched WWE a little bit more. And and I'll watch the full 3 hours now because you never know if CM Punk's going to show up. The Raw after Mania, he wasn't advertised, and he showed up at the end. So, but I don't know. 3 hours Dynamite it's hard to tell what that would be like. They would really have to give women more time, and they need more stories, not just matches. Like to keep people intrigued for 3 hours, you can't just do match after match with no story. Like Joe and Swerve was a good story. Edge and Christian was a good story. They need more stuff like that. But they need like 2 or 3 good stories for 3 hours, along with some good matches. You gotta have a mixture of both to keep people intrigued for 3 hours. Sometimes WWE does good with that. It just depends. Vince McMahon sucked at it. Um, but also, it's a good question. I'm wondering if Collision, I mean, if Raw will still be 3 hours when they go to Netflix. There's a lot of unanswered questions there. Is it going to be commercials? How long will it be? It could also be off Mondays. I've seen people talk about it could be moved to a different night. At least AEW, not UFC. Yeah, at least it's not that. UFC can. Yeah, I know how that is. UFC can charge an arm or a leg sometimes. I've seen. I remember one pay per view. It was Conor McGregor and well, it wasn't UFC, but it was Conor McGregor and Floyd Money Mayweather. It's like $150 to order that. Oh, we see Adam Cole versus Matt Cardona, Double or Nothing. I believe I've seen on social media that Matt Cardona tore his pec. He's gonna tell us. I don't know if that's a storyline because some of the things that Matt Cardona does is a storyline, and you don't know if it's real or not. Like he had like a screw job. I actually went to the convention, Squared Circle Expo, and they made it like he no showed, but it was actually part of a story because that same night he was at Collision, so that something came up and he went to Collision and he didn't actually know the show. I don't really know if he's injured, but that's what I saw on. Uh, yeah, that's what James Cardona's already had surgery. He posted on Instagram, so he's already had surgery. So I doubt we see that at Double or Nothing. But Nathaniel, what I would like to see at Double or Nothing is Edge versus Malachi Black for the TNT Championship. I think at Dynasty tomorrow night, Edge, Kingston, and Briscoe should beat House of Black, and then at Double or Nothing, Malachi gets that win back against Edge and wins the TNT Championship. I think Malachi Black and Edge could have a really good match against each other. A lot of people forget that Edge is a very creative person. He proved that with the Judgment Day a little bit. We got to see that. But in AEW, it's a little bit more freedom. So I'm curious to see what he would be able to do. Because we've always seen him one way. We haven't really seen him in a darker way. But he showed it a little bit in WWE. So I'm curious to see what he would do with that. Matches I like to see in AEW: First Blood, Human Torch, Tail Match. There are a lot of good matches I could do. I want to see them redo that Exploding Barbed Wire Death match and actually do it the right way. uh, if anyone's seen it done, uh, if anyone hasn't seen how it's actually supposed to be done, I recommend watching a New Japan. It's not really New Japan, but any kind of Japanese style or how it's done correctly. Uh, you know that how it's supposed to be done. It's like a big explosion. It's like a bomb that goes off. Really, that's how it's supposed to go down. I like to see AEW redo that and actually go off the right way with it. But also, you can't just do that match anywhere. You got to go to an out space. Like if you see any match that's done that, it's always at an outside space. Because we actually had an interview with Bryce Remsburg. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Bryce Remsburg's a really great guy. We actually talked to him about that, and he told us about how himself, Kenny Omega, and John Moxley, um, they had to spray stuff on their skin. Bryce Remsburg had this whole thing over him, so in case something went wrong, he wouldn't get blew to shreds. Uh, as we all know, nothing blew up. At least at the end, nothing blew up. But you know, just like they had to wear all kinds of they sprayed stuff on Moxley and Omega, Like, it was a whole thing. You can't just do that match anywhere. Hopefully, Adam Cole and Christian Caitlyn. I hope so too. I hope they, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne, they all turned on Christian, and that's how they get back together. I don't see Edge loses to Malachi. I don't think Edge will lose to Brock in his first feud with the title. Um, I don't know. I feel like at the stage of Edge's career, he will want to put more people over, and I feel like Malachi could use the win a lot. More than Edge could use the win. Like, Edge doesn't need to win anymore. He's at a point in his career where losing, winning doesn't really. It really depends on what happens tomorrow night. If House of Black wins, Malachi, if they do a one-on-one match, Malachi probably lose. But if House of Black loses, then Malachi's got a good chance of winning the TNT Championship. He should have been a singles champion a long time ago in AEW. I think he could still pull off he could be a really good singles champion. He's a very creative person. He could have a lot of creative storylines with a lot of wrestlers, a lot of good matches, and maybe Brody and Buddy go for tag titles again. Actually, go for them this time. I'm so over the Briscoe and House of Black thing. I agree. Hopefully, this Sunday, tomorrow, they're done. Like, this is the final straw with that. Malachi and them, they've beaten Briscoe pretty much every time. In the match where they had the flaming table, they won. Malachi and Mark Briscoe hasn't had a singles match, but I think Mark Briscoe lost against Brody King. Briscoe costed Buddy and Brody that tag team match. So they gotta give. I feel like this match would be for, Edge and all them to win. They can do anything with all this kind of have a time bomb and go, yeah. That's how the match is supposed to go. Like, that's how at a certain amount of time, the whole thing it blows up. Like, that's what the match is supposed to be. But they just need to do it right. If they ever did it again, they need to do it again. They need to do it right. I don't think they'll put Malachi in a singles match. Well, he has been in singles matches more. That's the one thing that kind of teases that he could win the TNT title. He went against Brian Keith on Collision, and on Rampage he went against Christopher Daniels. So they've been putting him in singles matches a little bit more. So there is a possibility that they plan on doing more with him in singles. And also, since Juice went down, had his back surgery closed, being cold. Yeah, ever since he's went out, and then the booking and everything has been off with that. They put him with that claimed, and it's just been a whole mess. Malachi might plan on going back to WWE when his contract's up. Yeah, that is a possibility. If AEW wants to keep Malachi, they'll try to book him good, and they'll do everything they can to keep him. Because Tony made the excuse of Andrade that he did everything he could to keep him. I feel like he tried to do everything to keep him way too late. Because they kept on having Andrade with the AHFO with Matt Hardy and, the Acclaim, like, not the Acclaim, but Private Party and Butcher and Blade. And they did that for months. And then when he was available, like, sometimes he was injured, but when he wasn't injured, they wouldn't have him do anything. Like, he would just. Yeah, so some Tony Schiavone there. I'm not gonna wrestle tonight. But like the main excuse they did, he did really good at the end of his AEW, but Andrade did. He did really good in the Continental Classic. Had a really good feud with the House of Black. There was a lot of good things right there, but they waited too late. He was there for 3 years and they did nothing with him. Um, they can't do that. If they want to keep Malachi Black, they got to book him good. Because if Malachi leaves, then there's a chance Brody and Buddy leave with them. So Malachi's best time wasn't NXT. I feel like if it wasn't for Vince McMahon, Malachi probably would have been booked better on the main roster. The best thing on the main roster with Malachi was his stuff with Buddy Matthews. That was his best stuff on the main roster. So then I'm hoping to retain versus. But at the same time, Edge doesn't need the win. Like even Edge said that he only has a year and a half left of wrestling, so he's not planning on wrestling much longer. Uh, like him beating Malachi doesn't do anything for him. He gets a win, but Malachi, he hasn't done anything in AEW. He's been there since 2021, and he hasn't done anything. Uh, well, he has done some stuff. He's had good matches and feuds with like Andrade, and they've been trios champions, and he beat Cody Rhodes at a pretty good feud. But for the most part, they haven't really accomplished anything, or at least Malachi as an individual. Trios, yeah, the group, but Malachi he can't keep on doing the same stuff over and over. And like, if you're not gonna let someone out of their contract, then at least do something with them. Because I have a feeling that if they would let Malachi out right now, he'd probably leave. But you never want to make someone feel like they're in a prison. That's what WWE seemed like it was before. They just can't keep on doing the same stuff with Malachi. They can't keep doing that. If he already doesn't want to be there, make him want to be there. Like if you want to keep someone, you got to make him want to be there. But Malachi as TNT champion would be better. As a lot of things can come out of that. A lot of good stories, a lot of good matches. And it could bring something different to AEW that we haven't seen in a while. Or we've never seen. Malachi is a very creative person. He came up with this entire group. He brought Julia Hart from a cheerleader to a champion. I still believe to this day, if it wasn't for Malachi, Julia Hart would still be a cheerleader, and she would be a joke. Like she would be taken serious as she is now. Malachi can do a lot more than what Edge can at this point in his career. Like Edge is older. He as he said, he only plans on wrestling a year and a half more. I like Edge. He's one of my favorite of all time. The tag team with Edge and Christian, face single run, heel single run. I hated when he had to retire. Imagine if he didn't have to retire the matches that we could have gotten. There's a lot of stuff we could have gotten, but yeah, one on team. Yeah, I like Edge as TNT champion. I'm glad he's a champion in AEW. He's technically a two-time TNT champion. But I hope that they have Christian and Edge in those tag titles before their run's over. They could easily have Edge lose and him still look strong, like Buddy or Brody costume or something. But it really depends on tomorrow what they do. If House of Black wins tomorrow, they're not. Malachi ain't winning nothing. He ain't winning no singles title. But if they lose, then Malachi has a good chance of doing some stuff. For Jones, Jinder Mahal, spamming the shit if you want. Jinder Mahal in AEW. I don't think anyone wants him in AEW, honestly. I don't see the gain in bringing him to AEW. Yeah, I agree, Nathan. Daniel. Yeah, Edge and Christian as tag champions one last time would be a great send-off. Both of them, really. I feel like they're going to retire together because they've basically done everything together. They wrestled together. Like, they started training together. Like, they started wrestling together. They went to WWE together. They were tag champions together. They feud against each other. They've done everything. Like, even outside of wrestling, they've done everything together. So them retiring they're starting their careers with each other and ending their careers with each other would be pretty good. Uh, we haven't seen Christian Cage in a while. It's probably for the best because he lost the Team 3 championship. To give him a few, because Christian is older. I believe he had dislocated shoulder um, like a year or two ago. So um, figuring up some new ideas of what they can do with Christian next. I thought they should separate Christian and Edge for a little bit. Let Christian feud with some different people that he's never worked with. Like Edge is always talking about people that he's never faced before. That's one of the reasons that he went to AEW because he's never faced the majority of these people. There's a lot of guys Christian hasn't worked with each other, hasn't worked with yet. But right now we got the Guns and Acclaimed. Now this is one good thing for the tag team division. Uh, even though this is a story with a trios match, whoever wins this does benefit from a ranking standpoint in the tag team division. Ooh, that was good. I wish there was someone on here with me so I could use restroom. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the restroom real fast, but I'll be back. Yeah, no one go anywhere. I'll be right back. Leave a bunch of questions in the comments, and when I come back, I'll answer questions you guys leave. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. But everyone has someone here with me, so you don't have to comment anything like that. But yeah, I'm back. Yeah, when I was watching, who won that last match? No, it was the Acclaimed and the Guns. But I was saying before I left. Even though that match was, Guns and Acclaimed is just for, it's building up to a trios match tomorrow night. But, all the matches do count in the rankings. They brought that back. So whoever won gets to win in the tag team tournament, not tag team tournament, the tag team rankings. So even though this match is towards a trios match, it does help the trios division because these two teams are legitimate tag teams. The Acclaim have won the AEW tag titles. They're a legitimate tag team. Same with the Guns. They've won the AEW tag titles. They're a real tag team. Like a legitimate tag team. It's not like Hobbs and Nakeshita or a team that's not really a team, but they just team up occasionally. I'm glad that they're doing more stuff like that. Hopefully, we continue to see stuff like that. More actual tag teams against each other. But Adam go for a few months with the belt and Danny Garcia. I don't know what they're doing with Danny Garcia right now. It seems like they cooled him off a little bit. Since Edge won the TNT Championship, they've kind of cooled him off. No, he won that Fatal 4-Way on Rampage, but besides that, he's cooled off a lot. But I'd rather see Malachi Black still on it. Daniel Garcia has years left on his wrestling career. Malachi does not. Well, he's not. It's not that Malachi's old or anything, but Daniel Garcia's younger, so obviously he'll wrestle longer. I just want to see Malachi Black do some stuff. I mean, I'm tired of seeing him not doing anything. He's done trios. He's won the trios titles. Even though the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn have the longest reigning trios championship run, House of Black had a better run. Like the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn hasn't defended those trios belts in 2 months, going on 3 months now. So, I'd rather see Malachi Black do something. Like if they want him to leave, then don't. If they don't want Malachi there, then they're just not going to do anything with him. But not every title run has to be. If Edge loses to Malachi by Double or Nothing, Edge would have had the title for about 60, 70 days.
You want to be a hero? You want to be a martyr?
I keep up with that stuff, so I could probably tell you guys. I keep up with a lot of like stats, wins and losses, title runs, TNT. As of right now, Edge has had the belt for 31 days. Double or Nothing.
But I am a star. You don't want this belt back because you once held it. You want it because of everything that I made it to be when you couldn't. This belt shines in my reflection. This leather smells because I sniff it. And you bask in the glow of the sun that shines right out of my arse. You want to drag my soul to hell, Thunder Rosa? Well, you better check the address, sweetheart, because I think you'll find that hell is in my bedroom and I make love to my demons every bloody night.
Double or Nothing is May 26th. It's over 31 days now. Yeah, about 60, 70 days to get a held it, so That'd be fine. He could still before Double or Nothing, he could have some Cope Open challenges. Uh, I know if you guys follow our Twitter account, we post lots of stuff. And what the Pope has been saying, if you guys know who that is, former WWE star, TNA star, he wants to go against Adam Copeland, Edge. I call him Edge still, but uh, he wants to go. He wants to be in the Cope Open against Edge. At AEW is coming to Jacksonville next Wednesday. He wants to accept that because he lives in Jacksonville. And if you guys follow our Twitter account, we've been posting clips from our interviews, and he talked about that. His we had an interview with him. He talked about he was backstage for AEW one of the last times they were in Jacksonville, and he talked about talking to different people and stuff like that. But he's also been petitioning on Twitter to go against Edge at this next Wednesday's show in the Cope Open. Uh, he really wants to do that, which I imagine they're friends in real life, Edge and Cope, the Pope. And Tony Khan, in that clip we showed, he talked about how Tony Khan said that he loved the Pope character and he really enjoyed him. Uh, I think they could do the Cope Open all the way up until he loses to Malachi. Uh, yeah, we'll see what that leads to. But right now we got Danielson and Claudio versus Kyle Fletcher and Nikeshita in the bunkhouse buckmat. Is that what it's called? Yeah, bunkhouse brawl. Someone said. This is basically the same match we saw last week, as I said, except Hobbs is not in it. Hobbs is not in this match, and this match is basically a street fight. Basically, uh, it is basically it's a brawl street fight. They're in the crowd already. This match just started. I like that song. Has Miz Singer Danhausen's face. They haven't done anything with Danhausen. He's a big merchandise seller. Like you'd be surprised how much merchandise he sells for AEW. You'd think the top merchandise sellers I'd always want to push out there because they're generating the most money, and if they're generating the most money, chances are they could generate a lot of money on TV. It's basically a street fight. It's called Bunkhouse Brawl, but basically a street fight. They did this type of match in Jacksonville during the pandemic era. It was Butcher Blade, uh, and Dustin Rhodes and PT Marshall, and there was more to it than just a brawl. They had like an actual bunkhouse in the match that they were on and stuff. But this match right here isn't quite like the last one. It's basically a brawl. What is that? A hammer? Is that the thing that they use to ring the bell? I think that is the timekeeper's area. We are doing Rampage tonight. Immediately Following Collision will be still here for Rampage. Rampage actually looks pretty good tonight. RVD's in a fatal four-way. We got Ima Sakura versus Yuka Sakazaki. We got Kyle O'Reilly versus it's a six-man match. Kyle O'Reilly is teaming up with two people to go against Undisputed Kingdom. And I believe we'll also get the official announcement that Ruby Soho is pregnant, I believe. They gotta get some weapons in this match. This match can't be like last week. Because this is basically the exact same match as last week. But just few different stipulations and a different wrestler. He ran right into that guy. He's like a Like if you go to a show, you'll see the guys who's holding the camera, and then there's another guy doing the chords and stuff. He went right into him. Oh, right. No, going for a swing. I don't think he's gonna get it yet, though. It's too early. No, he is gonna get it. Yeah, he's going for a swing. Boom. Ah, that's good. I believe the main event for Collision could possibly be the Elite versus FTR and Pac. But we still got a women's match tonight on Collision. It's Layla Hirsch and someone. I forget who it was though. But I know Layla Hirsch is set to be on Collision tonight. But everyone watching, who won against the Guns and Acclaim? I closed out and I didn't see the finish of that match. But who won that match? If you guys know, oh, threw powder in the face of Carlito. I think that was powder. Honestly, like they need to have. I mean, I know you don't want Danielson to lose tonight, but oh wow, Danielson's bleeding. Yeah, he's cut pretty bad. They got to make this match different than last week because this is the exact same match. Really, I wouldn't have booked this match at all. I would have done something completely different. But we're where we're at.
Sorry, hidden fees. We're just not into you. Sometimes the choice is just visible. Switch today at visible.com.
Bipolar one, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Uvaldi. Once daily prescription Uvaldi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have increased hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening or
Trying to see what's going on with TNA tonight. TNA has their one of their pay-per-views tonight.
feel faint, very dizzy, or confused, or have a fever, stiff muscles, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys.
Rado Kid is the new digital media champion. Yeah, so the stage production looks pretty good for TNA tonight. Looks like one left. Once I went to the restroom. Let me send the link to people. But everyone watching, what match are you guys looking forward to for Dynasty tomorrow night? Curious to see what you guys say. They really should have Swerve and Joe on tonight, because tonight is really the true the true go home show. Dynamite's not really the go home show; it's Collision. They really should have them on there, have them on tonight. Oh, fighting on stage. Danielson's pretty busted up. Oh, DDT. That was good. Roy, you're looking forward to Joe and Swerve. I'm looking forward to that match too. But everyone else, match you guys looking forward to at Dynasty? For me, I'm looking forward to Joe and Swerve, 6 man with House of Black and Edge, Briscoe, and Kingston. Danielson and Ospreay looks pretty good. That should be a good match. That's probably gonna be the match of the night. Strong and O'Reilly was probably gonna shock a lot of people. The tag ladder match looks good. The pre-show looks kind of iffy. The only match on the main show I don't like is Jericho and Hook. I don't know why they're. I don't know why they think that's entertaining and that's what people are gonna tune in to watch. Because it's not. Stuff like that is gonna make people want to tune out. But that's their thinking process. Personally, I think they can scratch that whole feud of Jericho and Hook and put a better feud in its place that people would actually like. They got a talented roster, so there's someone that could have. Ethan Page, bring Ethan Page back to AEW, get him off. It's good for him to be on Ring of Honor, but bring him back to the big leagues because AEW is the big leagues and Ring of Honor is kind of the minor leagues. Bring him back to AEW. He's good on the mic, great character, people like him. He's good in the ring. Bring him back to AEW and put him in a feud. He'd be a great singles champion. TNT, International, Continental. Put him and Scorpio Sky back as a tag team. Have them in tag titles. I know Mark Henry was with them on Ring of Honor one night. He was their manager, kind of. Have Mark Henry as their manager. Mark Henry hasn't done anything story wise in AEW. He can't really wrestle much, but he can contribute in some ways. I don't know. I think there's something better that can do besides that match. Danielson's getting ready to put this match away. Oh, that was a good big boot by Nakashita. Going for a table. A chain? Yeah, it's a chain. Rear naked choke. Ooh, Powerhouse Hobbs. Spinebuster to both Daniels and Claudio. Moxley's getting involved in this, yeah. Here comes Moxley. Here's Moxley. Partial done at Hobbs. Yeah, there comes Moxley. Things are even up on both sides. 3-on-3 now, basically. really broad, and it's kind of sloppy, really, but very sloppy between Hobbs and Moxley. Very sloppy chair shot by Nakashita. I don't know what this is. This is very sloppy right here. But if something happens, it's like Danielson and Claudio might possibly lose. Oh, no. Ooh, yeah, that had to hurt. Oh, European uppercut to Fletcher. Another European uppercut. Ooh. Hit him with the clothesline with that chain. Ooh. Oh, an action figure. It looks like Daniels and Claudio is going to pick up the win. I just like they got this. That's it. Oh, he's going to make him tap out. With a bell lock. With the chain. That makes sense. Kyle Fletcher taps out. Danielson and Claudio pick up the win. Pretty decent match. Basically same as last week a little bit. Nothing too... I mean, they were everywhere just like last week. Different people were involved. The same people won. Same winners. Nothing different. Danielson and Claudio wins. It was an alright match. I could have went without this match, really. Nothing special to it.
Doing a bunkhouse match the night before you wrestle Will Ospreay. It's because of this. Some people, when they think of heaven, they think of streets of gold, they think of 40 virgins, but that's not me. My spirit is a part of this. When I die,
what does that have to do with the match tomorrow night? I feel like they should be trying to do something to build up to this match, but it's just a match. I'm just talking about going against what this match has had no story. It's just a match at a pay-per-view. They announced a match, announced it for the pay-per-view, and that's it. Like, Ospreay's had matches on Dynamite, Danielson, tag matches, and stuff on Collision. Like just matches, no promo. Like there's no promos with Ospreay and Danielson. There's nothing like that. There's backstage interviews with Renee and like little things, not anything big. Like they're not making this match into a big story. It's just a match. Like the moment they announced it, it was just a match. Like nothing special to it. Just see who would win. Just a match. That's all it is. Nothing special. Yeah, I wish they would have had a better build to that. Danielson and Ospreay. Yeah, it should have been a six-man street fight. Moxley and Hobbs should have been in this. Like, it didn't really make sense. Not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know AEW's thinking process behind a lot of these things. A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. A lot of stuff that they do doesn't make sense. Stuff like that. Like, I don't know why they did this match. That was basically the same match as this last Saturday.
How did I know Weaver had
formaldehyde, which is used in taxidermy. Yeesh.
Rental search taking
Yep. So they didn't show it. It's Sky Blue and Layla Hirsch. That's the match tonight. Sky Blue hasn't wrestled since that.
friendly listings on the
Um,
other site.
Enjoy your drink.
I believe it was when they had Collision and Rampage together. It was the last match of the night, and it was Will Nightingale and Chris Statlander versus Julia and Sky Blue in that like lights out match or something.
Hi, we're Visible, the wireless company that makes things visible.
Um,
One-line plan with unlimited data.
yeah, they.
Just $25 a month.
That's the last time we've seen Sky Blue, and Willow Nightingale had that run finish. And she did that power bomb onto the Willow Nightingale has injured a lot of people here recently. Well, not here recently, but like when she's in matches like that, she's injured a lot of people. She's injured Anna Jay one time. She was supposed to put her through the table and she missed the table. She injured Sky Blue. She injured someone else. I can't remember who it was, but it's like 3 different people she's injured. I don't think she should. They said that she's been in like a lot of hardcore matches and stuff, but it doesn't look like she has much. Even though she's been in a lot of them, doesn't look like she's had much experience not hurting someone. Like when you hurt someone that many different people that many times, it just gets to a point where if I was in charge, I wouldn't put them in those type of matches anymore.
Let's take it back to Wednesday Dynamite. Say that before the scheduled mixed tag match with Adam Copeland.
Yeah, Sky Blue is her first match. This is her first match back since then. We've seen her a little bit with Julia Hart, but not much. But she's back tonight in an actual match against Layla Hirsch. Personally, I want Layla Hirsch to win because we haven't seen her in AEW in a long time. We've seen her on like Rampage, something against Julia Hart. She went against Julia Hart against it was Julia Hart and Layla Hirsch in an open house match or whatever. And Julia Hart won. But I want to see Layla Hirsch get some wins. Because if Layla Hirsch wouldn't have gotten injured in 2022, she was set up for a really big singles push, if you guys remember. She turned heel. She was feuding with Chris Statlander, and it looked like she was getting a lot of momentum. And then she got injured, and that kind of derailed things. When she came back, she was on Ring of Honor. They never put her, she never came back on AEW. They didn't do anything with her. She was just stuck on Ring of Honor. But now they've started having her appear a little bit more on AEW. So I want to see her pick up some wins. I agree, Roy Isaac. I want to see Herschel win too.
Wow, I wish Stokey with STFU. We turn now to a competitor with a very different opinion of the TBS champion. This match is set for one more than 20-minute pilot. Introducing first the company by TBS champion Julia Hart. Wrestler of Chicago, Illinois, Sky Blue. I've never seen Willow Nightingale that fired up in my life since she's been working here at AEW. And there you see Willow's got her shot coming up tomorrow night. The TBS champion Julia Hart. Willow Nightingale there is her, I don't know if they call it protege, but her friend. It's very apparent.
This match should be a pretty decent match, hopefully.
I'm making accusations that it was Julia Hart that cut the lights out and attacked the CEO, Mercedes Moné. We got no proof of that, Tony, so I checked him out.
Mercedes Moné doesn't hardly anything now. Yeah, she doesn't do anything. She comes on there for Dynamite, talks, and that's it. Like, she's not on Collision or Rampage or anything. Like, you can say whatever you want about CM Punk, but at least he was on everything, you know? He was on Collision a little bit. Well, obviously, he was the star of Collision at first. On Dynamite, of course. He was on when Rampage first started, he was on Rampage a lot. He was on all 3 shows. He did everything. Pay-per-views, media. Mercedes just does a little bit, and that's it. She's not... Like, if you really want her to be the face of the company, you got to do more with her. And she just She hasn't really done anything really besides talk, really.
Okay, what is that? Julia Hart whispered something in the ear of Sky Blue as she walked down the rampway. What do you think she said?
She said, maybe we'll get the lights cut out like I did on Mercedes Monday. Or maybe she'll say, will you help me out tomorrow in my match against Willow Nightingale because she's fired up. That's just spitballing here. I don't know.
You can't read lips, Tony.
Well, fans, we are having a great time here in Peoria, Illinois, but we are coming to Council Bluffs, Iowa, Saturday, June 8th.
Iowa.
That's right.
Council Bluffs, Iowa, June 8th.
The Bigfoot. We're also going
The
to
Mac Center.
That's right. Look at that. Great escape by Sky on the outside.
Des Moines, Iowa, the Dynamite.
And of course in
Youngstown, Ohio.
on a Saturday night with Collision
For a
in
collision.
Youngstown, Ohio. So we got some big events coming up the month of June.
Ooh. I'm glad she didn't go for that suicida because that would have been really bad if she would have. She didn't get a lot of air on that. That would have been really bad if she would have went for that. Luckily, Sky Blue stopped her at that. Ooh. That was pretty stiff on the ground.
Tickets on sale all those venues at AEWTIX.com. You can go there to find out how you can be an AEW insider and get early access to tickets. Great month of June coming up. Some cities that AEW's never been. Right now, swinging neckbreaker and in trouble here is Layla Hirsch. Well, Sky.
Oh, Lily Hirsch wins tonight. She's only been back for 2 matches, and hopefully they have her win. I'm tired of them always having seems like in AEW you got the same people who win and the same people who lose, and it becomes predictable at some point, and then it's just like why even watch? So hopefully there's something different with this match. I mean, Sky Blue's lost a lot, but I feel like Layla Hirsch could use somewhat of momentum. Yeah, the main event for Collision should be Young Bucks and should be the Elite versus FTR Impact. I can pretty much already say that FTR Impact is going to win that. And then Young Bucks and Okada they'll win all their matches tomorrow night.
And she has taken it too here, Layla Hirsch. And not many people can say that in AEW. They've taken it to Layla Hirsch. Cartwheel and an elbow shot to the face. Whoa.
Athleticism followed by power, precision. But wait a second.
A lot of great action tonight here on Collision, but don't forget Rampage follows this telecast live.
Oh, that was a good sequence.
That's right, at 10/9 Central tonight, a special night for Rampage.
No, a suplex like basically a suplex, kind of differently done by Layla Hirsch. That was really good. Layla Hirsch has always been really good. At first, when she came back, I watched some of her Ring of Honor stuff, and you could tell that she was very, I won't say sloppy, but not like she was when she was in AEW. She really slowed down. It took her a little bit to get back to where she was, and now she's gotten a lot back to where she was before she got injured in 2022. So it's good to see that she's finally getting back to her normal self in the ring. Going up top, the top rope. We're working up to nice. Yeah, this has been a pretty good Collision so far. Not the best or the worst. They built it up pretty good. Some feuds, not so much. Like Danielson and Ospreay, they didn't build towards that at all. Ooh, that was good. That was a good suplex by Layla Hirsch. From the top rope, that was really good. But Danielson and Ospreay, like once they announced that, they did nothing to like further the match or anything. Like once they announced it, that was it. Like I said earlier, like they just had them, like they had like little small backstage, some like Renee Paquette talking about it, or Ospreay would have matches on Dynamite weekly, and Danielson would be in tag matches on Collision, and they just had matches, and then they'll just talk about each other with Renee Paquette. There's no like real heat in the match. It's just a match. It's going to happen at pay-per-view to see who wins. Oh, man. Sky Blue wins by submission. Ah, sucks. So, Layla Hirsch's on she's on a losing streak now. Hate to say. 2-match losing streak.
That's just the tip of the iceberg tomorrow night. A dream match for the Golden Goose might be a nightmare for the Drab Dragon, Ospreay Danielson, who is the best in the world. Trios match, the House of Black will be facing the team of Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe, all three men's champions, going up against the House of Black tomorrow night. So earlier on, the plucky Willow Nightingale looks to shine some light on the TBS title picture.
Going through the card for tomorrow night. If you guys haven't already, go check out our predictions video we did with AEZ Canada. From this Tuesday, we did predictions from all the matches. So go check that out if you want to go. If you guys want to see mine and others' predictions for Dynasty. It's on the channel. AZ, the latest AEZ Canada episode.
Dream match is the Elite Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada faces the virulent bastard Puck for the Continental title. For the vacated World Tag Team Championship, the final match in the tournament. This will be a ladder match. The Young Bucks against FTR. That is all tomorrow night live on pay-per-view. And up next, a taster for tomorrow.
Yep, as I said, main event. FTR and Pac versus the Elite.
Fast-paced semi-matchup is next on Collision. You don't think I know that?
Davis, I missed the way Collision used to be. I agree. Collision used to feel totally different than Dynamite. It felt like a completely different company. It didn't feel like AEW. Which was good because it was like you get two different vibes. A different vibe for Wednesday and a different vibe for Saturday. Now it feels kind of the same. Not totally the same, but you could. It doesn't have much star power anymore. Like CM Punk being on there, really. CM Punk being on there brought a lot to the show. He brought stuff out of everyone, Bullet Club Gold, Starks, Joe, Miro, Andrade, House of Black, Big Bill. He brought the best out of everybody. Jay White. I missed that Collision. It had its own identity. Now it doesn't. It's just the same wrestlers from Dynamite coming over to Saturday, and there's nothing really unique about Collision anymore. I mean, some episodes are still good about Collision. I mean, they have some good episodes here now and then, but they don't have anything exclusive to Collision. Collision was everything that happened on Collision was exclusive to Collision mainly.
Too fancy. Just the right amount of fancy. Icebreakers. Ooh, fancy.
With Verizon Business Unlimited, I get 5G, truly unlimited data, and unlimited.
And it gave people a reason to watch Collision. And now there's not really a reason, you have to watch Collision, but with Punk's Collision, there was a reason that you had to watch Collision.
He's here.
And if you don't watch Collision, you don't see these wrestlers. You have to watch Collision. And that's why ratings were higher, attendance numbers were higher.
The Cantina Chicken Burrito isn't just for late night, because it keeps it light with slow-roasted shredded chicken and finely shredded purple cabbage in a freshly grilled tortilla that's not shredded. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell.
Hi, we're Visible, the wireless company that makes things visible. Get a one-line plan with unlimited data powered by Verizon's.
Yeah, so far tonight's been a pretty good show.
Because you shouldn't need a shared plan to save. One person, one line, one great rate. Switch today at visible.com.
Break up with your old wings.
The best matches, I guess, would be what was the opening match tonight? It was Adam Copeland. I mean, there really wasn't any like oh my god, great matches tonight. Then the Danielson match, that was a pretty good match. This match should be good. This main event, Guns and Claim. I didn't get to finish that, but it looked pretty decent. Women's match was okay. The hot squash match was whatever. There wasn't really anything on tonight's show that progressed in stories. It's just been just matches tonight, like match after match after match after match after match. Like, there's nothing really like in between to like really progress a story or a promo or anything. I like a mixture of stuff in wrestling show. Like a lot of good matches and good storytelling. And this show didn't offer that tonight. Which a lot of people don't really realize that the stories are what keep people invested. Like cliffhangers in each episode, not a cliffhanger match, a cliffhanger of a story. That's what keeps you like, oh my god, I gotta see what's gonna happen next week. Like I gotta watch Dynamite, I gotta watch Collision to see what's gonna happen next week. When you just have a match and a winner and no cliffhanger for the next week, then it doesn't give people really a reason to want to watch again. Not unless you're a diehard AEW fan. Like if you're a diehard AEW fan, you watch every show. That's the only people you're gonna attract. You're just gonna retain your hardcore audience, and that's it. I do like the transition though that they've been doing the Young Bucks. He's the Rainmaker. His theme song is that quarter flipping, and the Young Bucks have adapted. They get a quarter and they flip it. Then when it lands, then they transition that Okada's theme song. That's pretty cool.
Decorated wrestler from New Japan Pro Wrestling ever is now All Elite, and he is part of the Elite. When they fired Kenny Omega from the Ironies,
Thanks for watching, Young Bucks. Thank you all for watching. We've had a lot of great comments tonight. We appreciate you all watching and commenting.
I don't think there's any doubt, regardless of his allegiance. There you see what Okada has ahead of him coming up tomorrow night. The bastard pack, the incredible matchup. You mentioned all the accolades Okada has.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing tonight. FTR and Pac win. Then tomorrow night, the Young Bucks and Okada win. The way AEW does its matches, you can kind of tell who's going to win what. If the Young Bucks and them win tonight, they're not winning tomorrow night. But I can guarantee, I can pretty much bet money on it that the Young Bucks and them is going to lose tonight, then they'll win tomorrow night. It's a pretty cool Pac entrance. Going into the tunnel, and you can see like the red. That's really cool. We got FTR. Probably the best tag team in AEW. What is he doing? I'll see what he did there. That was nice. The Young Bucks and FTR are going to be in a ladder match tomorrow night. That should be tomorrow's night's match should be really good. But I think it's really predictable of who's going to win and what's going to happen. It's very predictable that the Young Bucks will win and Jack Perry will help them win the match. It's pretty predictable. Yeah, it is what it is. It should be a good match tomorrow night.
You look at two teams who have been 2 times
World Tag Team Champs. One of the teams will leave Dynasty tomorrow, the first three-time AEW World Tag Team Champs. FTR has held the World Tag Team title for a total of 248 days overall. The Bucks 330 days.
Young Bucks have this really haven't.
Drawing our attention here to
Talking about Young Bucks or FTR. Talking about Young Bucks, Tony Schiavone just said that the Young Bucks have held the tag titles for a total of 248 days, both of their reigns. That's not true because the Young Bucks' first reign was a 300-day reign. They be talking about FTR. I keep up with that stuff, as you guys know. I can guarantee that that's not true. Tag team titles. Young Bucks' first tag title run was 302 days, and the second run was 28 days. And it's got to be FTR he's talking about. FTR's first run was 63 days, and their second run was 185. Yeah, that's FTR he's talking about. I could swear he said the Young Bucks. I could probably make a lot of money off putting these matches on DraftKings and stuff. Where's Ricky Starks? He did get injured. That episode, it was Top Flight versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill in that tag team tournament. He got injured there. He said on his Instagram that he didn't get severely injured, but we haven't seen him since then. And he basically said that he's fine, nothing seriously wrong. We haven't seen Ricky Starks since then, so I don't know what's going on with Ricky Starks. I could guarantee you he'll probably go to WWE whenever his contract's up. It's up this year sometime, Ricky Starks' contract. But that would be a big loss for AEW. He's a great young talent. He has a good on the mic, good character. He can tell a lot of good stories if given the opportunity. Pac is coming out to run. Yeah, Pac and FTR is going to win this. Very well. Well, but everything that I say does come true in AEW, so I'm confident that FTR and Pac will win tonight, and the Young Bucks and Okada will win tomorrow night. That's just how it goes. That's the way AEW has set it up. Like, they've done it so much in the past, where now you know who's going to win or lose, because they've done it repeatedly. So for so long, they've done it like that. Like, they've had matches that are so predictable that you get the hang of it after a while. You can tell who's going to win and lose. I like knowing who's not going to win. Love FTR. I like FTR as well. They're one of my favorite tag teams of all time. I'm not saying a lot because the Hardys they'll probably always be my favorite tag team of all time. You know, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, Dudley Boys. A lot of good tag teams from TNA, Motor City Machine Guns, Daniels and Kazarian. Team Canada. There's been a lot of great tag teams across the years, and FTR is going to be one of them. But whoever wins this match isn't going to win tomorrow night. That's basically the way it goes. Whoever wins tonight will win tomorrow night. Oh, he's already going to make Carter tap out. I believe me and Jacobs will be joining us momentarily. Told me to send him the link. I'll send him one. So he'll be on later tonight. For Rampage, probably. Oh, that was good. That's a good combo move right there. I don't think Pac and FTR has ever teamed up together. Picture in picture. Rampage looks pretty good tonight. We got RVD in that Fatal 4-Way. We got Hugh Zakazaki and Sakura. We got
there's nothing better than a game
Yeah, it's on Clay. There was one other match. He had a 6-man. Undisputed Kingdom versus Kyle O'Reilly and 2 other people.
Miller and Miller. I like it.
Where'd you want to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent,
Yeah, it's RVD, Lee Johnson, Isaiah Cass, and Commander.
Yeah, my grandpa did.
You know it's Kyle O'Reilly,
Talking about your
Matt Lee
serve.
from 2.0, and someone else against Undisputed Kingdom. Yuka Sakazaki and Ima Sakura should be a pretty good match.
It's actually opening.
We're opening the DQ freezer and bringing back.
And we should be getting, it was posted over social media, spoiler, that Ruby Soho is pregnant, and that's what they're going to be showing tonight, I think. Rocky Romero, yeah. They couldn't use a sign talent for that, apparently. Rocky Romero isn't signed to AEW. He's on Rampage, taking away TV time from people who are signed. Everyone on Rampage is signed, except RVD and Rocky Romero. I think they could have taken Rocky Romero out and put someone who is signed, like Christopher Daniels or someone, I like Christopher Daniels. He'd been perfect for that.
Deliveries happen.
Hello? We didn't order.
The guy used more signed talent than unsigned talent.
No.
That happens.
Hey, get out of there.
Charlie's up to bat in the pitch.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, happens. Be there with Ring. Learn more at ring.com.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. High-level competition, great athletes. Wow, what a show. Pacers, Bucks, Pelicans, Thunder. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:30. NBA playoffs presented by Google.
The best match tonight probably so far is that Danielson and Claudio versus Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita. That was probably the best match. It was basically like last week's match, but they could have used a little bit more weapons and stuff. Because it was basically there's no rules. Like they used like a chain and they brought a table out kind of, but they never used the table. But so far, it's probably the best match tonight.
100% anonymous, free, and it's built to be like your bestie. Text TruthMC to 88709.
Can I make my side softer?
I make my side firmer. Choose your ideal firmness. Visit sleepnumber.com. Well, we got a trios match.
No, we're not. It's 8:44. Got a little bit of time for this last match. Ooh, that was not a pretty move right there. The show. Isaac, let's go FTR. I agree. I want to see FTR pick up the win tonight. Because FTR is one of the best tag teams in AEW. They won the Tag Team of the Year by ESPN 2 years in a row. What up, Resident Evil AMC? Thanks for watching. We definitely appreciate you stopping by and watching. I don't know if you're watching Collision tonight, but thank you for tuning in to the All Elite Zone. We haven't seen you comment in a while, so it's great to see you on. Resident Evil AMC. I do like Danielson and Claudio's match. Thought that was a good match, too. They had a pretty good match. Moxley came out and Hobbs to set up their match for Wednesday. And it's a title match now for the IWGP World Title. I think that's what it's called. New Japan's World Title, I think. There's a lot more people in here now. I asked the question earlier, what match were you guys looking forward to most at Dynasty? We got a few responses from that, but there's a little bit more people in here now. So I'll ask the question again. What match are you guys looking forward to for AEW Dynasty tomorrow night? Like the one match you're most looking forward to out of any of them.
I'm not a fan of what they've made it into. They kind of give
There you go.
All right, I'm here. Sorry, it's so late.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you tardy set for
Just getting in the house.
that. Yeah, okay.
It's actually snowing and freezing cold up here right now.
Oh, really? You're in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Snowing. It's snowing there and it's raining here.
This weather is something else. I was expecting it to be warm by this time of year, but nope.
Snowing. I always like Moxley. Yeah, Moxley is pretty good. He has ups and downs. Sometimes
He's been through a lot.
a lot of the stuff he was doing it gotten old for a while, but they're kind of doing some different stuff. I think I think Moxley and Claudio was going to go for those tag titles eventually. At Revolution, they beat FTR, but they weren't in the tag team title tournament, which was weird. But if Moxley wanted to take some time off, if they, it was kind of it was kind of a messed up situation because if they knew he was going to take time off, if they never should have beat FTR, and
Yeah, that's a point. That's a good point.
and if they knew that after it, then they should have told Moxley, no, you can't take time off. Because then they just messes everything up. But Moxley and Claudio going for the tag titles is something different for Moxley. Uh, they're doing something different with Orange Cassidy a little bit too. I don't think he should win all the time still, but they're doing stuff different with Moxley. Moxley is one of the best in AEW history. His resume speaks for that.
Yep.
He has the most wins in AEW, I believe. Over 135 wins. Not even 50 losses. Will Ospreay.
Yeah, bro.
Mr. Jacobs.
Hello, Dollar. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hope everyone's having a good night.
Yeah, that should be a good match tomorrow night, too. Julia and Willow.
I'd love to see a feisty side of Willow. That'd be nice. Be refreshing.
They're still sponsoring Ric Flair's drink. They signed a multi-year deal. They signed Ric Flair to a multi-year deal. I wonder if he's ever going to come back. Or if the appearances was just for Sting, and then the rest of his deal is just sponsoring his drink. How are they going to sponsor? How are they going to sponsor that drink for a multi-time years?
I mean, I don't. That's a good question. Honestly, I don't
Unless
know.
that drink's really, really good, I don't see.
It can't be that good. It can't be any better than Prime.
Like after a while, I get old. After a while, like drinking the same stuff. There's some stuff Ric Flair can do in AEW. When MJF gets back, I like to see MJF and Ric Flair do a little something.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Ric Flair wrestle in the ring.
I like to see him be a manager. It'd be cool to see him be a manager.
Yeah, like do some promo segments or do some stuff with MJF. I'd like to see Jay Lethal and Ric Flair do it. I like to see them do some stuff together. If anyone doesn't know, Jay Lethal and Ric Flair have a lot of history together.
Oh yeah.
So that could be pretty fun.
And I mean, I think Ric Flair can be the classy Freddie Blassie of this generation. You know, as far as managers.
Yeah, he wants to wrestle still, but he does not need to be wrestling. Like, if it was up to him, he'd probably wrestle every week.
Right.
But he does not need to be doing that. We don't want to see a 70-year-old man. I mean, he had a legendary career. He won every title there is to win, really.
Pretty much done it all.
Yeah, there's not really much for him to do. You know, maybe 30 years ago, I'd like to have seen a prime Ric Flair versus a current MJF.
Yes, I was.
But I don't want to see that now.
and get 6 months of Disney.
Well, no, of course not. Nobody wants to see an old man get beat up.
But I would have liked to have seen that match a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago, maybe Ric Flair from 2008, because he went against Shawn Michaels in 2008.
Yep.
They need to go back fast.
But Ric Flair really didn't retire, even though he lost. He went to TNA and teamed with Hulk Hogan. He should really do what he did. What he should do in AEW, what he did in TNA, just manage. Like he managed AJ Styles and
Mm-hmm.
some stuff, did some stuff like that.
They had some funny moments, him and AJ Styles.
Well, they're basically trying to make him the next Ric Flair.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
AJ Styles will never be the next Ric Flair. There's only going to be one Ric
Yeah.
Flair.
And there's only gonna be one AJ Styles. It was so weird to see that happen. And it was like, dude, you don't need all that Ric Flair. You don't need all that Ric Flair drip, dude. You already got it. You already got it.
Like he tried to color his hair blonde a little bit. And he came out with the rose.
Yeah.
But it came up with some funny stuff because if they would have never done that, we never would have gotten Ric Flair and Jay Lethal's history making promo.
The woo off.
Yeah, we never would have gotten that if it wasn't for that stuff with him and AJ. Brainbuster? What happened to Okada's chest? Golly.
Damn.
Got tore up. He moved up to the big leagues.
Chops are nothing to mess with, man.
He moved up to the big leagues finally. Well, what the heck? That was weird.
Oh.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was perfect. Ah, that would have been a perfect finish.
That was dope.
That would have been a perfect finish. He's going to do a powerbomb, threw it in the pack, do a suplex, cash reload. Basically what Colt Cabana does, rolls over and tries to get the pin. Oh, super kick to his brother. How dare you do that? DDT by Okada. Okada got messed up.
Oh.
Welcome to the big leagues, buddy.
Okada keeps trying that Rainmaker, but he hasn't hit it yet.
It's like a video game. If you can't get it 2 or 3 times, do something different. I want to know.
That's hilarious.
I want to know who's been chopping him. Dax Harwood, I guess.
It may have been a combination of both of them. Looks like somebody hit him with a strap on his chest. Man, that looks rough.
He had to get the rub in. Oh, he tried that Rainmaker again. You're not going to get that Rainmaker in. You're going to have to do something different. Sharpshooter.
As first you don't succeed, try again. That's his mantra.
He's got the sharpshooter in. Double super kick. The children did a super kick. The children. Oh, that was a good combination.
Oh.
What we got here? Oh, that was a different kind of net breaker. Running knee. I didn't see a running. What the hell? Did you see a running knee?
I mean, it was there.
I never see a running knee. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what Tony Schiavone's watching.
Which monitor is he looking at?
I didn't see a running knee. I seen stuff in the corner, but I wasn't running knee. Well, I know what FTR six and go for. Suplex off the top rope, and then the other one's going to do a splash
Oh yeah.
on the other side. But Pac is tagged in, so whatever they're fixing to do, they're fixing to really. Alright, suplex, splash. Pac's
Oh, here he goes. Oh, splash.
Oh, you forgot about Pac. Stupid.
Oh, look, what a breakup.
Stupid. You saw them right there. Oh, stupid.
They had to make sure it was timed right.
Well, that was a good combination, though. If Cash Wheel wouldn't have tried to pin. But that was really cool, though.
That was.
Suplex, splash, and then Pac's black or red arrow, or whatever he calls it. I think it's the black.
Oh, here we go.
In WWE, he calls it the red arrow.
Yeah, the red arrow.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
wait a second.
You stupid son of a.
Oh, what?
You're
He
not
hit
going
the
to win with
shadow
that.
machine. Are you serious?
You know, Roman Reigns did that to Cody at WrestleMania. He did the crossroads. And then
Yeah.
Roman said, no one wins with that move anyways. That's what they said.
Oh man.
He said, no reason to kick out. Nobody wins with that move anyway.
Oh.
Guess what?
The-
Well, here comes Okada. You're not going to do anything in this match. You're trying the same move.
Oh.
Damn. No super kick to a DDT.
Uh-oh.
Suicide by Cash Wheeler.
Packs all alone.
This is probably going to be it. You don't leave Pac alone.
Oh.
What are we doing? Oh, there we go.
There you go. All right.
Pac picks up the win. What did I say? I told everyone it was going to happen. Everyone who's still watching, did I not say FTR and Pac would win? And then tomorrow night, the Young Bucks and Okada are going to win. I can bet money on this stuff, and I can make a lot of
You can make
money.
a killing, dude.
They make it so predictable. Okay, here comes Daniel Garcia. You're gonna get whooped anyways. I don't know why you're coming out. Haven't you learned your lesson? You got whooped by Christian. You got whooped by Luchasaurus. You got whooped by Nick Wayne. You got whooped by the House of Black. How many ass whoopings you want? FTR can't save you forever. I think Okada's fixing to get beat up by all of them now. He's fixing to get it. Damn, they're all beating up on Okada.
They got him screaming now.
It wasn't the hell man. I
They're trying to get,
think he got
they're
the
trying to
worst.
get him out.
He should just hang on.
I love how pissed off the crowd got. They're like, "Why'd you stop that?"
Actually, he should just hang on. He should have hung on all the way till they dug him out and just kept on. He should just kept on with that.
That was hilarious.
That was a really good match. They whooped the hell out of Okada. Okada didn't get anything in that match.
The ending was that was hilarious. Him screaming. Connor will be right back. Going right into Rampage. That's right, Roy. FTR and Pac win. It's a great match. It was really fun, honestly. It was a lot of flying going around, but I'm not mad with the finish. I thought it was pretty awesome. I agree, Davis. Moxley and Hobbs should be a barn burner. Damn, that belt looks so awesome on Moxley, though. I gotta say, he looks pretty. It's pretty awesome seeing him with that belt.
Who you are and where you come from. I do. I will be in the ring with you next week, not Don Callis. I've always known you've had something in here, Hobbs. I've always known it. Next week, if you haven't found that thing inside you that I talked about, it's not about championships and contracts and fancy cars. That all comes later. If you haven't found it in the week that I've given you, I will find it for you.
It's kind of, we already know Mox is going to win that match, pretty much.
I'm going to show you who you really are.
Moxley really doesn't lose a lot. He normally wins, especially singles matches. He normally wins a lot in singles. He doesn't really lose a lot.
Anything can happen.
Look, a lot of matches like this, and they're trying to sell you the match. It's kind of hard to get invested into it because you already know who's going to win. All right, we got RVD. They got him against 5 different people tonight. Commander. Was it Commander, Lee Johnson, and someone else? A lot of guys he never. I mean, he's going to beat these guys in no time, really.
Yeah.
Already, he can run circles on all these guys. And he created all these guys' movesets.
And happy 420 to everyone out there.
Yeah.
If you smoke them, got them.
Yeah, that could happen, Chris.
I mean, smoke them if you got them. I did that totally backwards.
Sounds right, Chris. Don't we forget Chris over here. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What's that bringing it? Yeah, the main event was really good. They're going to win tomorrow night. I can guarantee the Young Bucks are going to win. 110%. The Young Bucks will win tomorrow night because they lost tonight. That's normally how pay-per-views work. Like, if they do a match like they did tonight and one team loses, most likely the other team's going to win the next night. So it looks like I was right. Here and Pac win. Yeah. Now, either way, that was a really good main event tonight. Either way,
Yeah.
that was really good. Moxley and Hawk should be good. That should be a good match. Yeah. Rampage is live now. As I said, I wish I could bet money against you guys. I'd steal all your money. I'd take all your money.
I mean, as much as I'm a fan of Hobbs, Moxley's got so much momentum right now. I don't think it's gonna be stopped.
Moxley will probably lose that title to. He's going to lose the title to a New Japan Pro Wrestling guy because that title is New Japan Pro Wrestling. So it's not AEW's belt. We're not going to have someone like Hobbs. They could. I just don't see that happening. The person that Moxley beat it from, they're going to have a rematch at Forbidden Door, and Moxley will lose it at Forbidden Door to a New Japan Pro Wrestling guy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. If he's gonna drop it, it's gonna be a Forbidden Door.
He'll be against someone from New Japan. But they got to have Powerhouse Hobbs win some more because he's been losing a lot recently. He hasn't won a match. Well, he won a match tonight against a jobber. I guess that's a good win. It doesn't really mean much because he beat the guy in 14 seconds.
All right.
I know Hobbs can do more than that. Like Hobbs, I like to see Hobbs in some feuds with people like mean, I know Hobbs beat Jericho not too long ago. He squashed Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
And Hobbs did win the TNT title, but it was really stupid the way they had him win it because he won it and then the next month he lost it. So he didn't
Yeah,
really.
and they brought in QT Marshall for some reason. I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
it
that was
was
stupid.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Oh, that was stupid. Like even a lot of people thought that CM Punk and QT Marshall had heat, but even QT Marshall said that CM Punk and QT Marshall agreed that Hobbs didn't need to be in QTV because he didn't fit that group. They don't have the same characters. Hobbs and QTV doesn't mesh well together. Johnny TV,
100% agree.
like John Morrison, Johnny, he fits that group, but Hobbs doesn't.
Yeah.
Um, and fans try to speculate that CM Punk and QT Marshall had heat over it, but they both agreed on it together. It wasn't like uh, they were disagreeing on it. It's crazy how fans will take something and they'll spin it. And they
Yeah. I
think
mean,
because,
personally, go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, like fans will just speculate and they'll think that there's heat between two wrestlers, but in reality, there's no heat at all. It's just
True.
fans made up bullshit.
And that's the thing. I think, like personally, for me, I think that Hobbs is way too good for QTV or for any of that stuff. Like, he was too good for that, and I felt that kind of diminished him a little bit.
Yeah, like he basically QT Marshall helped him win the TNT title, kayfabe. Well, he won the title with the help of QT Marshall. Um, but I'd like to see Hobbs win the TNT title back and actually have a good title run with it because he didn't do anything with the belt really. Like he lost it as soon as he won it. Like as soon as he won it, he lost it. Like he didn't have it. He had it for a coffee break really.
Yeah.
He was just a transitional champion, but Hobbs is such a good talent that he deserves an actual good run with the belt. You can put any title on him, and then he'll make the run look good. Like he can have a good title run with any title as long as you give him the opportunity to.
Exactly.
But this is weird. RVD made all these guys move sets. Like he created each and every one of these guys move sets, so he can just tell what they're going to do before they can do it.
That's true. I never thought about it like that. But yeah, you got a really good point there.
He created
I never thought about it like that.
your move set, your move set, your move set. I know whatever. So these guys are babies to him. Like when he was WrestleMania, these guys were toddlers. But either way, it's good to see him mesh going against these younger guys.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't know if the match has ever happened, but RVD and Amazing Red. I don't know if it's ever happened before. If it did, it was in
Hmm.
TNA.
I'm not even sure that's even happened, but if it has, I'd love to see it.
If it has, it probably was in TNA. That's probably where it happened if it was, but I've always liked the Amazing Red. If anyone knows who that is, he was in TNA as the X Division champion.
He was like one of the main high flyers.
Yeah, AJ Styles gets most of the credit for the X Division, but Amazing Red was really good. Some say at that time, during those times, they said that Amazing Red was better than AJ Styles.
I've heard that. I've heard that whole debate before. I've heard that debate a few times.
But when you look at the bigger star at the end of the day was AJ Styles, but Amazing Red was very talented. And if anyone didn't know about this match is a eliminator match. So Isaiah Cassidy just pinned Lee Johnson, and Lee Johnson is eliminated. So now it's a 3-man match. Harvey D.
Yep.
Cassidy and Commander. They did this match a few weeks ago, but Daniel Garcia won it.
What if they pulled the wool over your eyes and had Commander win?
That'd be something.
That'd be amazing.
Because realistically, RVD's gonna win this match, but it'd be a shocker if he won it. Because no one's expecting that. It'll be something though if RVD pins Cassidy and Commander rolls up RVD and wins.
Yeah.
Oh no. Running low? With Chewy, always keep their bowl full. Save 35% on your first auto ship order. Get the food they love. Delivered again.
I hope we get that rubber match between Top Flight and Private Party. Because Private Party beat Top Flight. Then Top Flight beat Private Party. We never had a match to break the tiebreaker.
And you get good results.
And see, that's a cool rivalry that you can have going for a while too, like the Hardys and Edge and Christian, you know.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a third match because sometimes AEW will do some stuff and they won't continue it, but they have some good matches. Here's Mark Quinn. Damn.
Ouch! That looked like it hurt.
I know that. If you've heard any of my stories about wrestling, the hardest part of the ring is the edge of the ring. That hurts like hell. I cannot imagine how that feels. You'll like that with the black and blue mark on your back.
Oh, you'll definitely be sore the next day.
Ooh. They're booing Commander. They're booing him. I think the crowd's behind RVD tonight.
100%.
Oh,
Or 420%.
Yeah. AEW hasn't signed RVD, but they bring him in occasionally on appearances. And every time they bring him in, the crowd's 100% behind RVD. Like,
yeah,
they're fully behind RVD. They might as well just sign RVD.
I mean, he's one of those rare workers that can go anywhere, including WWE, and be welcomed.
Ooh, that was a good swan time. Rip off. You're not Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's changed over the years, if that's Jeff Hardy. Yeah. RVD's made a few appearances. He was on Collision one time. Well, he was on Dynamite one night against Swerve Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on Collision a little bit. Tonight he's on Rampage. They might as well just sign him instead of just making appearances. But that might be what RVD's wanting to do, just make appearances here now and then.
That's cool, man. Either way, it's cool to see him.
I'm just surprised I'm surprised Tony Khan hasn't tried to sign him yet. Because I feel like Tony Khan would be behind that.
Tony can't afford him.
If Tony wanted to, he could buy the entire wrestling world at this point. I hope that never happens.
It'll be a whole other landscape if that happens.
It'll be a monopoly again. There wouldn't be any more options. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. What the hell? What was he trying to? Oh, he was trying to distract him. I'm not going to distract RVD like that. He already knows these spots. He knows exactly what you're going to do before you do it.
Right.
But RVD never ages. He looks just like he wrestles just the same. He hasn't lost a step in the ring.
That's so true.
He probably never will lose it in the ring. Yeah, we've seen this before.
Oh.
Down. Mark Quinn. Stupid. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is a cool move right here. Oh, that was cool. There goes Isaiah Cassidy.
Yep, he's out of there.
You shouldn't have been trying to beat up RVD. Should have been trying to distract Commander.
Slow down his younger opponent, which is ironic because usually it's RVD who's the one who likes to keep things rolling.
Oh man.
Are you think he's gonna cry?
RVD says bring it. The fans are behind RVD here.
I mean, you might as well just lay down and take the pin. You're not gonna win.
That's funny now. It's the Commander RVD.
You were just saying that too, Jack.
Right. I was like, whoa. I was like, did I just manifest that? Oh, whoa, whoa.
I sell drugs. You know, that's what that sign says. He almost won with a roll up, just like you were saying.
Almost. Just about.
And RVD almost won by
Straight kick that time to the face. These kicks from all down. Just as devastating today. The time they used to use in ECW.
Oh man.
what are we doing here?
Captures him 1, 2,
No,
He's racing for that pin, man. Commander is not giving up.
if you didn't get it the first 2 times, you're not gonna get it.
many near falls that time.
I've learned that enough from WWE 2K24. I do the same move 2-3 times and keeps on kicking out. Y'all gotta do something different. It's getting a little bit sloppy. I don't think you're gonna win with that. Me and Adam went to Rampage, went to Dynamite Rampage in Nashville last year, and if you see Commander do that move in person, it's different than on TV. It's really cool. Just the air he gets with it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, told you RVD knows what you're gonna do before you even do it.
that was an awesome back kick, though.
He knew exactly what he was gonna do. He's been at this too many times.
Oh,
So that first Swan Time, not Swan Time, Frog Splash. 5-star Frog Splash.
that's it.
Thanks for coming, Commander.
RVD420 says, I just smoked your ass.
he wiped all 3 of them. That was a good match. That was fun. Like they should do this more often on Rampage, like 4-way elimination matches. It should be an exclusive thing just on Rampage, because they did it a few weeks ago with Daniel Garcia and he won it. So they should just do this every week because it's really fun having 4 different wrestlers in a fatal 4-way elimination match, and we get cool stuff like this.
Yeah. And I know you're not a big fan of Commander, but you kind of gotta give him his flowers right now. He kind of killed it right there.
It's not that I don't like Commander. It's just he tries to be too much like the Lucha Bros.
Okay, well, I can't deny that. That's kind of true.
He's an amazing talent. Me and Adam, I talked about this a minute ago, but me and Adam last year, we went to Dynamite together. And after Dynamite, they always take Rampage after Dynamite. And we've seen Ray Phoenix versus Commander. And that was probably the best match we saw the entire night. Commander is really good. In person, the crowd, like normally, the crowd, after Dynamite, the crowd kind of dies down. Some people leave after Dynamite, and not a lot of people stay for Rampage, but that match got the crowd. I think the crowd was more involved in that than they were for Dynamite. Like,
I believe it.
Like that match was really good. It got a lot of fans' attention. Commander's really good in the ring. He just needs to stop acting like the Lucha Bros. You're not going to be like Penta or Phoenix. There's only going to be 2 Lucha Bros, and that's it.
Agreed.
No matter how much you want to be like them, you'll never be the Lucha Bros. You're not as talented as they are. You're not as charismatic as they are. You're never gonna be like Lucha Bros. Never. You gotta be your own. You gotta do your own thing.
Strong and versatile, even outdoors.
Because
Right.
he tries doing the Cedro Metro stuff. Like he tries doing that sometimes, and he doesn't get the crowd reaction that they get. Like Commander's really good. He just doesn't need. He tries to copy off of someone else. But yeah, Commander's really good. He always puts on good matches and stuff. Sky Blue versus Jet Layla Hurt was a good match tonight on Radio Collision. Yeah, that was a pretty good match. I'm glad they're using Layla Hirsch a little bit more. Bailey ended her 1,530 days of losing at a live event with the win against Io Sky to successfully defend her WWE Women's Championship. That's probably at their UK tour, I bet, because WWE's been in the UK. So she hasn't won a live event match in 1,530 days. Wow, I didn't know that.
Me neither. That's news to me.
I mean, I knew she won matches on TV, but like house shows and live events, I didn't know she hasn't won a match that long. What a good match, RVD. Yeah, RVD always puts on good matches. I've never seen one bad RVD match in my entire life.
Me neither, honestly.
If there was a bad match, like he's had so many good matches that it makes up for any bad matches that he's ever had.
Ice works fast.
RVD's done it all. He's wrestled in UCW, WWE, WCW actually. In the beginning, he wrestled for WCW, wrestled for TNA, AEW. He's wrestled everywhere. He's won every title there is to win. If he didn't get in trouble with Sabu, he probably would have had a longer world title run. You know the story about that?
Nuh-uh.
You know when he won the WWE title from John Cena, right? He beat John Cena for the WWE World Championship.
Yeah.
You know because like he had like two belts. He had the WWE and ECW championship, but he had got arrested for Sabu.
Oh yeah.
They were small. they were on the highway when they got pulled over, and the cops said that they could smell them from a mile away.
I think wasn't it like him and
It's him and Sabu and a few.
It's him and Sabu. I know Sabu was there.
And then Sabu tried to leave the car there, with RVD in it. And then he got arrested, and WWE made him lose both of the belts in the same week.
Yeah, I do remember him losing it in the same week.
He lost the WWE Championship on Raw to John Cena. And then on ECW, he lost the ECW Championship to someone. And then they suspended him for like months. Like he wasn't back for months.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you can. Yeah.
I was gonna say, and to think now they don't even test for that anymore.
Yeah, I know Liv Morgan got arrested and she got suspended for a little while, but I mean they do take that so seriously, but they don't test. I feel like they know who does and who doesn't at this point. You know, RVD sells marijuana.
Oh yeah, he has a pretty awesome strain that he has going. I want to try it honestly.
I was at a convention one time. He was selling that stuff.
I bet it's good.
Like some people that don't even smoke marijuana just buys it just so he can sign it, like the bottle or whatever it is, like the container thing.
It's quite a collector's item.
I have that. That'd have been the fastest match in AEW history probably if she would have won right there. That was really close, but yeah, he got suspended for a long time. He wasn't back for months, and then when he came back, he didn't really do much. He won like the United States or Intercontinental, and then he left WWE and went to TNA. But if he wouldn't have got arrested, he probably would have had a longer world title run. Sabu left the car there. He said, "I'm gone. I'm different." They found him
That's such a
though.
hilarious story, though.
They found him though. He got arrested. He tried to get away, and RVD said, "No." He just started running. No, we'll tell this one. Yugazaki and Himasakura. They actually went against each other before on AEW.
Yeah, I do remember seeing him.
He's on. He's like 2019, 2020.
Oh,
Early
jeez.
AEW. Oh, that was cool.
Oh my God, that did not look good. She's out of it.
Sometimes
She can tell she's a little out of it right there.
she comes to her knee or something.
You know, Bryce checking on her.
You don't even have an action figure, woman. Oh, she just threw that. Did she throw that figure? No, I thought she threw the figure out now. What the hell are we doing? What are you doing? Oh, is she acting like she's throwing stuff to the crowd? But
Bryce.
Holy
shit. Bryce, he had enough of that. It's like, get out of here.
He threw that stuff on the ground.
He's like, get this wood out of my face.
I've never seen him do that before.
Oh man, shout out to Bryce, man. He is awesome.
He needs to start doing this stuff more.
Yeah, she needs to do more of that. That is awesome. That is so hilarious.
You can't just walk away from the match.
She's trying to come back too. I think she was a little out of it when she landed. There she goes. Run it out, girl. Run it out.
You do know she's behind you, right? I don't know what we're doing now.
What the hell are they doing now?
They don't even know what they're doing.
I don't know. I think she's got to be concussed or something. She landed so hard on that apron.
Well, when you see when she came back, when she started running, just then she looked like she didn't know where she was. Like she just stopped and kind of looked dazed. They probably should just end this match.
Yeah. I think she's hurt. You can tell she's out of it.
Because the more stuff they do, the more she can get hurt even worse.
She can barely get into the ring. All right, there she goes. They gotta go home, man. She looks like she is out of it.
See, that was supposed to be a protocol for AEW that when someone gets injured, they end the match right there and then. They're definitely not using that right now. But I wonder, neither one of these women can speak English.
Right.
So how does Bryce Remsburg tell them to go home?
I guess they have to figure something out, like a signal or something.
Like you would think that they would tell them this stuff just in case it happened. So like, all right, just in case it happens, if someone gets hurt, we immediately go home with the match, and that's what we do. Just so they'll know if it ever does happen. Because it's hard for Bryce Remsburg to tell them that because they're not gonna know what the hell he's saying.
She is not moving the same since she hit that apron. She is out of it.
Yeah,
she's trying to keep going though, but you can tell she's out of it.
Where to begin?
Toby, eat your breakfast.
Maybe I just smell it.
She's trying to walk around, but
Breakfast Cinnabon Boulevard is all the parts.
I don't get what that's gonna do.
With Allegra,
It's kind of making her look concussed, really.
I mean, she's barely gotten any offense since she hit the apron.
Like she started running around, and she stopped there for a minute. She just looked like she didn't know where she was.
Deserves to be christened. Do it right.
They might as well just end this match. There's no reason to.
Welcome to the high life.
Because I know they've been building up to Yuka Sakazaki and Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb cut that promo last week calling out Yuka Sakazaki.
Spread it. Brush it to stop and prevent.
And I know they were going to have that match pretty soon, but I don't know that much now. I don't know what she did, or she did something to her knee or something.
Well, she hit the way she hit the apron. Her head and her legs hit the apron like she flipped over it. And like it looked like her head kind of bounced off, and her legs also hit it too, from the looks of it.
She probably got a concussion. Then.
That's what I'm saying. Like she is out of it.
Yeah, she just looks. She doesn't. She hasn't. That's not the normal. She's just been off ever since then. Like she doesn't really know.
Because
What
usually
she's doing.
she's more fast paced. Usually she's bouncing everywhere.
She doesn't know what she's doing right now.
I mean, she's still fighting back and still doing the job and everything, but you can tell she's hurt.
Sometimes it's best to slow it down in the ring. You know, a lot of wrestlers these days want to go, 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 go. And then stuff like that happens. And then, I mean, you can't predict an injury. I mean, you don't know when someone's going to get hurt. But there's better ways to go about it in the ring so you can reduce the chances of getting injured. But, I mean, even if you reduce what you do in the ring, you can still get injured. Like, there's no possible way from preventing any. Like, you can do stuff to make it less likely to get an injury, but you don't know when an injury could or couldn't happen. That's just something you can't really predict. But there are ways to make it where you don't get injured, or you can reduce the chances of you getting injured.
Oh,
all right, we're back.
Jeez.
This match is in now.
See her leg hit the. Oh my god!
She
could have broke her leg right there on the apron.
She already did something before.
They're gonna have to call this match or something, dude. She is not. She is not being. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I was, I don't know. It's a hard decision though.
I feel like
she keeps on going in there.
I feel like Yuka Sakazaki is supposed to win this match because they're building. Serena Deeb called her out, and they want to do that match. But at this point, you have Ima Sakura win and go home with it. Because I mean, obviously Yuka Sakazaki is injured.
Yeah, you can tell.
And cause something. So the longer she's in here doing these moves, she can get hurt even more.
She keeps on kicking out. She's a baddie. I'll give her that.
All right, top rope. At this point, she's just toying with her. Hey, get your shit in. That's what Brian Cage says. Get your stuff in.
She found her equilibrium now. Oh.
They're probably still going to go with the same finish, I bet. They're going to try to, at least.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
she got the feeling. Oh, man.
They probably
should. Oh, she's okay.
They probably should just have Ima Sakura win that.
Look at her. You can tell she's a little loopy.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay though, man. Damn. That was a harsh landing though.
They should have just had Ima Sakura win and that'd be it. Because we're not gonna get she's probably gonna be out for a little while just based on her movements.
Yeah, she's one tough cookie though. I'll give her that. She finished the job.
Yeah, I should have ended that match way sooner.
Man, that was.
That was something.
I could tell, man. After she hit the apron, dude, I knew something was up with her because she wasn't moving right. She was looking around, all loopy. You can tell.
We sound like we sound like Bobby Heenan right now, because when someone gets not really injured but kayfabe injured, Bobby Heenan will just drag it out. Now this was the spoiler that was on Rampage. Well, not on Rampage, but since Wednesday, the spoiler went out of Ruby Soho.
My mentor, and along that
Hmm.
way,
I think
lost
we're fixing to
family and
officially
friends,
see the
but
moves.
I had gained the love of my life along the way. Unfortunately, because of some of my actions, I lost that too. Yeah. Going into the match on Rampage last week, I had said that it was a must-win for me. That the only thing I had left was beating Zack Knight, and I lost.
No.
So I had to go home, and I had a lot of thinking to do, and I reflected on. I thought about a lot of things. When I started as a professional wrestler, the only thing I ever wanted to do was make my dad proud. He's not with us anymore, but I think over the years I've done that. Thanks. But after the year that I've had, I also realized that I don't really have a lot of things left to fight for. So I came out here tonight to announce my.
Gonna time. Yeah, this is where the announcement comes in at that we see on Wednesday that everyone's talking about.
Look at Ruby looking all cute.
Ah, come on, not again. We went
No,
through this.
seriously, Karan, you have to stop with that shit. Though, honestly,
We
it's
went
not
through
funny
this.
anymore.
We went through
And
this.
I feel like you're doing that just to stir the pot. And we told you the last stream how it is, and you keep doing that repeatedly. So I feel like you're just stuck on stupid.
I just gonna ignore it now.
No,
Yeah.
it breaks my heart for me to hear you say that you have nothing to fight for. Because I'm out here to tell you that you have something very important to fight for.
I wonder if this was a raw reaction or if he already knew.
Angelo,
Oh man, Ruby. Ruby having a little Ruby.
I wonder if he already knew if this was like a raw reaction. I'm curious about that.
He's the pappy of that there youngin. You are the father. How did I know he was gonna say that? How did I know he was gonna say something like that? You are the father.
But you know, since she's pregnant, she's not going to be wrestling for a while, obviously. So hopefully
Right.
they get 2.0 back together and they team up some more.
Yeah.
Because you know,
I'm happy for him though. I'm happy for him. Congratulations to the couple. That's awesome.
yeah, I've already seen some people talk about fans online saying really negative stuff about it. This is very toxic fans. Like I seen someone on Twitter say that kid's gonna be ashamed of his mother and all that.
Oh, come on, dude! Really, they're gonna find any kind of way to talk shit. I
Yeah,
mean, they're creating a family, and you're gonna talk down on that. Come on.
that's just how some people are just always negative. Some people are
Probably
just
because the majority of them come from broken ones.
well, takes one. I don't know. It's just that's just how fans are. There's a lot of toxic fans out there.
I don't know. I don't get why. I don't get the point of being toxic over wrestling. What's the point of being so toxic over professional wrestling? And literally, I mean, it's literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Being so toxic and so negative about professional wrestling. It's so. If you don't like it, don't watch. Don't be into it. Just stop. Just stop with the whole toxic environment that you create. You know, it's stupid.
Yeah, at this point, it's more than wrestling. Like it's someone's life at this point. Ruby Soho having a kid. And, I mean, I love Ruby Soho. I've liked her since she was in WWE, TN, not TN, AEW.
Yeah,
Uh,
same here.
oh, when she comes back, they put a. I really want to see her as a TBS champion or a women's champion, but uh, obviously right now she's pregnant. And congratulations to both of them, but some fans just they hate when people are happy.
Yeah.
Stop. You're being happy. You can't be happy.
I know for me, I've been following Ruby since like her early NXT days, like the early NXT days. And
Yeah.
I mean, to see where she is now and everything, I mean, hell, I think she's happy where she is. She's creating a family. Good for her, man.
Albert. I can't help every time I see him, I think of Fat Albert. Some actors it just comes off of certain characters once you see them.
We help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I ain't gonna nod it. Yeah, I hope they get 2.0 back together. Like Matt Lee, right? The guy with Daniel Garcia.
Chewy, save 20% on your first pharmacy.
Like they
Yeah.
were, like they were a tag team 2.0, and they kind of distanced themselves from each other. Like they didn't really explain why they weren't teaming together. Because at first it was 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, like they were teaming together, and then Daniel Garcia broke on his own. Matt Lee followed Daniel Garcia, and Jeff Parker went with Ruby Soho in this feud with Soraya. I don't know how they continue that feud now. Uh, I don't know how they continue that feud with Soraya and all that since Ruby Soho's out, but I'd like to see them get I just see them get 2.0 back together and then go back into tag team action.
Rampage. We go back to Bobby Cruz. Your Rampage. Main event is a trio match. Just for one fall. Team number one has a combined weight of 630 pounds. They are representing Undisputed Kingdom.
Main event already. Well, we've been here for 3 hours, so main event of the night. Undisputed
Came up
Kingdom.
quick.
Undisputed Kingdom versus Kyle O'Reilly, uh, Robbie Romero, and Matt Lee 2.0. Yeah, they got to get them back together. Because even though she's pregnant, even when Ty Conti, she was pregnant, Sammy Guevara still wrestled a little bit. So they can have them do some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, 2.0 as tag champions would be really cool. Or 2.0 and Daniel Garcia as trios champions. There's a lot they can do with that. I wonder if she's gonna have a boy or a girl. It's gonna be interesting.
That'd be cool to see her with the daughter, a little her. That'd be kind of cool. Little Ruby.
I didn't know they were actually like at first it was part of a storyline, but they've been dating for 3 years now.
Yeah,
No
it's been
one,
a while.
nobody knew about it really though. They kept it really secret until it made itself on the TV, and then
Hmm.
people kind of could see it was real life.
I mean, you can totally tell the chemistry between them. You can tell on the screen that there was something going on.
But kayfabe wise, they've only known each other for about 4 months, and they're having a kid. Kayfabe wise, they are. Real life, they've been together for years. But Kip Sabian and Penelope was actually going to have a kid, but Penelope had a miscarriage, and Penelope hasn't been back since then.
I know that can be really hard on a woman. I've been there myself, so I've been in a relationship where that's happened to me.
Yeah, she it was about last year or something like that. It's been a while. Loveland, Colorado. Loveland, Colorado. The Blue Arena,
Blue Arena.
Allentown, Pennsylvania. The People Center. Got some weird names, these arenas. Buffalo, New York, Key Banks, and
MJF country.
when was the Piston Arena? I mean, like, there's one arena called the Dam Arena.
Yeah.
It's in UK, and it's called the Dam Arena.
The Dan Marino.
Yeah, the Dam Arena. AEW
That's a
should
pretty.
run, AEW should run there and have RVD. Well, no, have RVD and Ron Simmons, Rob Van Dam. I'm surprised they never made that into a tag team. Rob Van Dam, RVD, and Ron Simmons.
No, I've seen that meme online before with him and him and Farouk. And like RVD will be doing his pose, like halfway through it, he'll be like, "Damn!"
Yeah, they've been doing that here recently. Like, they're like if they're with each other, they'll do like videos and stuff.
It's really funny.
But they got some weird arena names. Like, it's called the Dam Arena. If anyone doesn't believe me, you can look it up. Like, it's in the UK somewhere, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of weird arena names. There's the Bigger Arm Arena, the Volcano, the Booger Hollow Arena.
The Booger Hollow, is that what you said?
Yeah, the Booger Hollow Arena.
That's a great name.
Yeah, they got some. I don't know how they come up with those names because some arenas are sponsored by stuff like the arena in Memphis is called the FedEx Forum, so it's sponsored by FedEx. But some of these, I don't know where they get the names from. Like Toyota Center and AT&T Center and Staples Center. And
I'd go crazy with it. The Yokohama Stadium. You know,
like it's definitely different. Like there's one arena called the Mud Island Stadium.
I swear some of the refs they act so dumb. It's like, how can you not see the guy behind you doing that? How can you not hear the guy behind you beating up on the dude?
Sound like you?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
All right, so far the best referee tonight was Bryce Remsburg when he took those drinks and he just slammed them down. Like they must not have like those drinks must not have anything in them because did you notice when he slammed them they just jumped right back up?
Yeah, I did.
They didn't have anything in them. I guess they're just prototypes. Or like just cuts to advertising. But he needs to do that more often. Like that's what Earl Hebner did. If you would watch if you would watch some of his matches with good heels, especially Ric Flair kept on putting his hands on the ropes. And one time Earl Hebner says, take your damn hands off the ropes, you bitch. Then like everyone like the arena was quiet. It was dead. And then he said that and everyone started laughing.
You can tell, you can hear it.
Yeah, like it's so quiet. And then he got the fan. He said that, and everybody, the entire arena heard it. And then Ric Flair came back, and then they started getting the crowd involved. Sometimes referee can get the crowd involved. I mean, sometimes the referee can get the crowd. The referee can get the crowd involved more than the wrestlers can. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It just takes.
I remember Earl and Triple H. They used to have a good rivalry. That was hilarious stuff. He used to kick Triple H's hands off the ropes. Whenever Triple H would put his hands on the rope, he would kick his hand off the rope. He was like, "Get off the rope!"
That's what Bryce Remsburg needs to do. He needs to do more stuff like we've seen tonight. like he kind of made the match like when Yuka Sakazaki got hurt. He kind of made the match more because he obviously Yuka Sakazaki is limited what she can do, so he
Mhm.
does that and he kind of sparks interest into the match again. He
Right. It was very clever how he did that too. It was really clever.
he he helped the match a little bit.
He really did. Because you can tell that he knew that something was wrong with her, and so he was kind of like he pretty much gave her time to kind of recuperate and breathe, and get herself together. And while he was doing that, while she was doing that, he was going off with the cans, and it was hilarious.
He needs to do that more often. Not just when someone's hurt, but like just do it on a regular, not on a regular basis, but do it more often.
Yeah,
Because if you just do it every match, then it's just not. It needs to be doing. It needs to be done organically, but done more often.
I can remember that one time where Earl Hebner and Triple H were Earl Hebner was refereeing one of his matches, and Triple H he got mad because it was a 2 count, and so he gets up and gets all in Earl's face, and he pushes Earl, and he has that look in his face like that's it, I'm not taking this anymore, and he pushes Triple H back, and Triple H flies back, and he looks at Earl like, what the hell? Did you just push me? And he was like, don't you ever put your damn hands on me. It was
Earl,
great stuff, man. It was great.
Earl Hebner is probably one of the best referees of all time.
Yeah.
He's refereed a lot of big time matches, and sometimes the referee can make the match even better. Sometimes, like Jim Ross, he can make a match like if the match is already good, he can make it even more better than it was.
Yeah.
He can take the match to another level that the wrestlers can't. Like as long as the wrestlers are having a good match, he can put the match to another level. Kind
Right.
of like,
Earl
kind of like
Earl can definitely play his part.
yeah, like even like not even just the commentator, like the referee can make the match even better than it is. Uh, like if there's a bad match going on, the referee can't make it look good.
Right.
Not even the commentator can, but as long as there's a good match, the referee can make the match even better. But
That's true.
even with the commentator, like Jim Ross, sometimes that can be done. Or Bryce
Dirty
Remsburg.
Magic with the DDP tape on.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen our interview with Bryce Remsburg, we definitely recommend you watching it. We were talking about him earlier. We were talking about the exploding barbed wire death match and how he told us
Hmm.
that he had to put like they sprayed Moxley and Omega down with some stuff, like protocols and stuff for that exploding barbed wire death match.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see everything he talked about, definitely go check out the interview that we did with Bryce Remsburg. We've done a lot of interviews on this channel with AEW, current AEW stars, TNA stars, former WWE stars, legends, indie wrestlers.
Yeah.
We got a full slate of interviews. Yeah, we got more interviews to come too. So definitely go check out all the interviews that we've had. So again, Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, nice tag. Nice tag.
Kyle O'Reilly just kicks.
Well, speaking of interviews, we also have Matt Taven on the channel.
Yeah. Matt Taylor's been on here. Uh, the funny thing is, we actually asked him, uh, would he like to reform the Kingdom with Adam Cole?
Hmm.
And it's kind of funny looking back at it because it actually happened.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We've interviewed a lot of people. Buddy Matthews, Bryce Remsburg, Brandon Cutler, Eric Rowan, The Pope,
Yeah.
Eugene, Kevin Von Erich.
The homicidal, suicidal, genocidal Sabu himself.
Yeah, that was the first big name wrestler that gave us a chance.
Yeah.
A wild interview. That's the most rawest interview you'll ever get from a wrestler.
That's true, man.
Sabu says what he feels, and He just says it.
Yeah, man, and on the real Sabu, he gave us the rub, man. Shout out to Sabu. He's like legit, like one of the most coolest people you'll ever get to talk to.
Yeah, he's the first big name wrestler to ever give us a chance. So we definitely appreciate Sabu. Ooh, oh, that was a good backbreaker.
That looked very painful.
Just by
That looked effective.
just by this little sequence right here, I can already tell that their match tomorrow night is going to be really good. This is just a
That's
little.
gonna be lit.
This is just a little preview for what's to come tomorrow. Oh, that was a good arm drag.
He just tapped. Wait a second.
What? You stupid ref.
He just tapped. That was a tap. Was it not? Was that not a tap?
That
Was
was
it not a tap?
That was a tap.
What the hell?
I know what a tap is.
You see what I'm talking about?
That,
Some of
he
these
tapped
refs
out.
just make themselves look so stupid, man. That was a blatant. That was a like upfront tap.
Oh, he just did Dean Ambrose's thing. Dean Ambrose used to do, or John Moxley. Nah, this match should already be over with. What the hell? Now he's
Now they're gonna.
what
No,
the
come on.
what
You
the hell was
serious,
that?
dude?
What the hell was that?
Are you serious? What the?
Oh, what the
Oh my
hell?
god!
I feel like it was supposed to be the other way around because I don't
Oh,
think they would want to have.
jeez.
I don't think they would want to have Roderick Strong tap out tonight.
Oh my god! That should go on Botchamania.
That's gonna be on Botchamania for sure. That will be on there. Well, they don't even know. They knew they screwed. I feel like that
Oh
was
my
supposed.
god!
I think that was supposed to be the finish, but it was supposed to be on Mike Bennett or Matt Taven. Because why would they have Roderick Strong tap out tonight? Because they got a match tomorrow night. That just makes him look weak. But he just
I'm
tapped
sorry,
out.
but if I was refereeing that and I saw him tapping, that would have been the match. I'm sorry.
That was just miscommunication.
Otherwise, it looks stupid if he doesn't call the match after that. It just looks dumb.
That's sometimes like the finish. As referee, you're told. As the referee, you're told to finish. And sometimes, if a different finish goes down, you don't call it. But the best thing to do to not look stupid is to just call it.
Exactly. I mean,
I made that.
jeez.
I made that mistake myself, but I feel like he's more experienced than me, probably.
Yeah, he should have more. He should have more experience. He should know better.
I should just know that. I'm experienced referee, but I've never been on TV or anything. He knows a lot more than me. So that I don't know. That was oh, what the hell that was.
Oh man,
I mean, it was a good
it
match.
was a great. Yeah, it was a great match. No problem with the match. The finish is wonky as hell.
I think I think Matt Bennett was supposed to be the one tapping out. Roderick Strong shouldn't have tapped out because tomorrow night's match is Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong. Why the hell are you going to have Roderick Strong tap out tonight? So it was just a miscommunication on everyone.
It
Well,
looked like it. There was a huge miscommunication.
everyone in the ring really, but like once he tapped out, they should have just called it because now
Yeah.
now it makes you look stupid. It makes the match look stupid. And this is gonna blow up on social media everywhere.
Oh yeah, I can already see it. I can already see it. I can already see the memes being created right now.
I know he tapped. I'm gonna go back. I know he tapped out. I know when someone taps out.
That was a clear. That was clear. Clearly, he was tapping out. You can clearly see he was. And the ref's like,
Oh
not
no,
yet, not yet.
because they told him to finish, and he's sticking to that finish.
You see, the ref just stared at him like, dude, call the freaking match.
Yeah.
Oh man. Good
Uh,
rampage though.
I don't know what the. Yeah, there you go. That was a pretty good Rampage. Overall it was a pretty good Rampage. That finish was whatever.
Yeah.
That there was a lot of miscommunication, but overall Collision was pretty good. Rampage was good. Uh, yeah, pretty good show. We will be back for Dynasty tomorrow night for
Yep.
the pay per view. Uh, should be a really good pay per view tomorrow night. We got a lot of good matches to happen tomorrow night. Uh, yeah, tonight's Collision. If I had to rate it, Collision, uh, I give Collision a 8 out of 10. No, I'll give it an 8.5 out of. No, I'll give it a 8.8 out of 10 because that main event was really good. Rampage, I'll give a 7.5 out of 10.
That's pretty fair. See, well, I wasn't really here for a lot of the Collision, but the main event was awesome. We did get to catch the last match. That was pretty fun. Rampage was pretty good. Um, I just hope our girl's okay because that was tough. That was a tough looking landing, and you can tell she was out of it. I just hope she's okay. And the main event was pretty good, and the finish was just off for me. And yeah, you're right. There was a lot of miscommunication there, and I hope we don't see any of that tomorrow night. But I think from all I caught, I'm gonna give Rampage. I'd say a good and even. Damn, this is tough. I'll give it a 7.5. I'll give it a good 7.5.
Yeah,
It's kind of tough. I was gonna say 8, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
yeah, yeah, it was a pretty good Rampage Collision. That finish, that's gonna. I can't wait to watch Botchamania because I can guarantee that's gonna be on there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a pretty good show tonight. As I said, we'll be back for Dynasty tomorrow night for the pay per view. Uh, definitely check out the links in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, Instagram. We're on Apple Podcasts now. Anywhere you get your podcasts is we're on now. Um, we got a lot of interviews to be announced pretty soon, so definitely check out all of our socials, mainly Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for all of that. Doing special guest announcements and stuff. Uh, yeah, definitely subscribe. We gained 3 subscribers tonight, I believe. We're at six.
Awesome.
I believe 658. So we gained 3 subscribers tonight. So thank you
Nice.
to the 3 people who subscribed. Uh, but yeah, we will be back for tomorrow's Dynasty pay per view.
Peace.